Hello, everybody. It is February, and you know what that means. It's time for Sweeps Month here at Blocked Party. And in the past, Sweets Month? Fuck me.
Jesus Christ.
This is a disaster.
Want to take another? Do another
No.
take on that?
No. Keep it
we'll
going,
leave
keep
it
it
in.
going.
We'll leave this bullshit
Sweets
in.
Month.
Sweets Month, and that's every month
it
for
is.
me.
I mean, Valentine's is coming up, so it actually
that's
does
also
sort
true.
of...
Sweethearts Month.
Yeah.
But we do Sweeps Month here at Block Party, and that usually means having either very high-profile guests on, or last year we had only guests that we were having on the show for the first time ever. This year we're doing something a little different. It's called Freaky February, where Stefan and I are going to be doing episodes of our favorite podcasts. So the Block Party format is taking a break for a month, and we're going to try and see if we can do other podcasts worse than they can. And I think the answer will be yes. First on the docket is one of our favorites, Your Kickstarter Sucks, starring Jesse Farrar and Michael Hale. It is a weekly look at the worst on Kickstarter. And so if you want to check out their pod, you can get it anywhere. Your Kickstarter Sucks. You can follow them on Twitter, twitter.com/yourkickstarter. And I think their Patreon is YKS Pod. I don't fucking know. Just go to Patreon.
Patreon is Your Kickstarter Sucks.
Okay, patreon.com/yourkickstarter sucks. Check it out. And hey, check us out. It's time for Your Kickstarter's Blocked.
Yeah, that's right. They're still making Your Kickstarter Sucks. Yep.
John and Stefan.
They're still doing this stuff. They've been going for 6 years and haven't given it up. So somehow here's another 6-pack of this type of junk. Yeah, that's right.
We're still doing
Your
these.
Kickstarter Sucks. Yeah, that's right.
We're still doing these.
Yep.
John and Stefan.
Haven't given this up.
Yeah, that's right.
They're still doing Your Kickstarter Sucks.
Hey Colin, this is JF. Just got off the phone with Dan. He said you guys were doing a YKS parody or something. I don't know, but yeah, I don't think anybody will sign off on it. We're pretty protective of our IP on the show, and it's nothing personal. It's just our attorney says that basically it's like he'll sue you guys right into the fucking ground. And he's pretty good. He's actually pretty good too. He's the guy who got Michael Jackson's doctor off when he killed Michael Jackson. Well, he was convicted. He was convicted, but he only did 2 years of a 4-year sentence, which is not bad. It's a half off. Actually, he went to school here in Nashville, funny enough. Dr. Conrad Murray, I mean, not our lawyer. I don't know if our lawyer went to school. Anyway, I forget what I was calling about, but yeah, just have Stefan send me that propofol. All right. Take it easy, bud.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 272 of Your Kickstarter's Blocked. I'm John.
I'm Stefan. I just want to say, how come Jesse can't sound that good on the stream? Like his internet, he's had some issues recently. He sounded great there. And I would love it if he could sound just like that on the stream. He's sort of like threatening us, it felt like. A little bit.
That's what I was hearing. I was hearing threats,
Yeah.
Which is weird because I did ask him permission to do this, and he said yes.
I mean, he would have been just out of it probably at the time.
You think he was high or something?
He's a fucking mess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when your internet's not working, I feel like that kind of that sort of discombobulates the whole program.
He's a big internet guy. JC.
Yeah.
So
JC? Are you calling me JC?
I guess
now?
I don't know. I mean, should I call you? It sort of. I don't fucking know, man. Look, we did put in some effort for this. We have some ideas. It's gonna be good. I think part of
our idea was, and I thought this was weird, but you have decided after the first minute of the show, you're going to be doing the entire show in character as JF with an accent and everything.
Of course, yeah. Well, no, what I was going to do to get into DB mode is
you're DB. I guess I'm JF then.
Yeah, because you do all the work.
Yeah,
right.
True. So I guess I got to be mad.
No, what I was going to start doing is
Stefan. You didn't do any work on the pod this week. Hey, did you get half the 6-pack?
But this is basically the same sort of thing as Blocked Party, right? Where it is kind of a similar dynamic, I think.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna do is I was just gonna while you're talking, just very clearly be like browsing the internet and like not paying attention, and just like the screen goes like it'll like light up my face, and it's very clear that I'm just like looking at something on the internet.
Right. Is that what DB does?
No, DB would never do that.
Oh, okay. Because I always think of DB as sort of like a professional, kind of like fully locked in kind of guy.
He's 100% there at all times. I think what's going to help us with this is obviously having producer Dan here, because we do share a producer.
That is true in more ways than one.
Yeah. Dan,
The fuck does that mean?
Sexually.
we all
okay.
fuck you.
Yeah, we all fuck you.
What?
No, I'm fucking you. I'm the one doing.
No. I'm fucking you, Dan.
Mhm.
Okay, this is a real YKS episode then. This is okay. this is like almost too similar, I think. Dan, let us know when it's back.
Yeah, you're back now.
Okay.
We're getting
here,
the full YKS experience here.
yeah, well, we were talking about how we all fuck Dan.
Yeah,
but
we all fuck Dan, and Dan was saying that he fucks us, but then no, it is kind of the rare occurrence. Stefan is, as we know, usually a bottom, but for some reason with Dan,
we can switch. We switch it up though.
they call him Obi Toppin because he's always
That's good. That's
always
really
on top
good.
of Dan.
Now, Dan, I was going to ask, did you have any tips or tricks for recording an episode of YKS that we should know about?
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Nothing at
Helpful.
all.
Thank you.
Know? I mean, how long have you been producing their show for? For quite a while now.
Like, I think 4 years or so.
Yeah. Have you
Mm-hmm.
learned anything in those 4 years?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to start looking at the internet.
Yeah, this isn't helpful. This isn't helpful at all.
That's okay. I got the Neuralink chip installed.
Oh,
John.
did you?
Yeah.
What is that? I see people like posting about it and kind of making fun of
It is
making fun of Elon, but I'm trying to figure out what is the Neuralink.
It's a
chip?
brain-computer interface. It's designed to let you control a computer or mobile device anywhere you go. Well, the thing with a mobile device is that you can control a mobile device anywhere you
Yeah,
go. That's
I
why
use
it's
my
called a
hands.
mobile device.
Yeah, I use my hands for that.
but
So the idea would be that you're kind of like you can scroll with like your eyes.
You can
and
go
stuff.
like. And if you're watching, you can see. I'm kind of. I don't know if you'd have to move your head. Even probably you wouldn't have to move your head.
I hate.
I
that.
think you could just like look and like.
And then what? Can you think like open Instagram and then it'll just like open Instagram?
I imagine that's what they're going for. Probably my theory.
That doesn't sound possible.
No, my theory, and again, it's apparently been implanted in their first human brain, because they
Actually.
yes, well that's what Elon said. But they tested them on a bunch of apes and chimps and stuff, and the apes' heads all exploded or whatever, and a bunch of them died from the chips. Yeah.
This all sounds fake. Like this sounds like you're making this up.
This
This is all 100% real.
This is all real. My theory for this
So it blew the heads off a bunch of apes, and then someone was like, "Yeah, I'll try that."
Yeah, my theory is that I think what a lot of Elon Musk fans are going to implant it for is so they can like use it as an excuse for being a pedophile, where they're just like, "Well, it was the chip. It wasn't me. You know, it was the Neuralink." That's my theory.
That's your theory.
That's my theory for why all the Elon Musk fans want to get the
It's
Neuralink
crazy that was sort
implanted.
of like what your brain went to right away. Is
That-
the sort of
That's
whole-
fucked up, dude.
Is it
yeah,
crazy
the sort
to
of,
you guys?
the sort of pedophile angles.
It's crazy to you guys that Elon Musk fans are pedophiles.
No,
No,
more
that's
so
not
that
what's crazy. Yeah.
no, more so that you're kind of
I was
thinking
putting
about
myself
that a
in
lot.
the headspace of an Elon Musk fan. You know what I mean? Not direct, but anyway, because I feel like it's going to be like there's like a Neuralink technician looking at the charts and being like, we have a huge problem here. All of our implanted chips have turned people into Dutch pedophiles. And then another
Why do they have to
technician-
be Dutch?
and then-
Why are you
and
bringing
then
the Dutch
another-
into this
And
now,
then another
Stefan?
technician. Okay, shut the fuck up. And then another technician is like, no, those are
That's
actually
rude.
like those are the charts from before they got the chips implanted. So don't worry about it. Anyway, John, thank you. You're doing a very good job of doing the JF thing of like not going along with the riff. So
I just forgive me for not hearing the pedophile riff and being like, hey, let's jump in. Let's get in on that.
Well, you don't want to disrespect Elon Musk fans, so I understand it. I get
and
it.
Dutch people. I love them all.
You love. Actually, no. You know what that is? If you're gonna do a Jesse bit, Jesse is Dutch, famously. So
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
he's.
I don't even
he's
think
from
I
the
knew that.
Netherlands. Yeah, no, he's Dutch.
He's full Dutch.
He's like half Dutch, I think.
That makes a
but-
lot of sense, actually,
Yeah.
now that you think about
No,
it.
I know, right? Yeah. He really hates it if you bring it up, so don't bring
What
it
did
up.
what did you think of my JF impression earlier?
It was pretty good. It was
Yeah.
subtle, I think. Yeah, it was nice.
I mean, I don't think I'm good at it.
No,
but
I think it was okay.
I
think
never
wasn't
tried
too
it
bad.
before until just now. It wasn't like I practiced or anything.
No,
Because
I
you
think
did say
off the
originally when I
dome.
came up with this idea, you're like, are we doing these episodes in character?
Yeah, because I was like,
Which-
that's a lot of work.
it
that's the
seems like
case.
a disaster.
Yeah, but we're not doing that. So
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, Dan, how do you think we're doing so far?
You're
Maybe
doing
checking
great,
in
Stefan.
Every 5 minutes.
I mean,
or
how
so.
could we fuck this up? Really, at the beginning of the show, they just talk about stupid shit.
Well,
I mean,
did you go to the? Have you gone to the store recently, John?
Well, I was gonna before we get to the store discussion.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that I listened to my first ever YKS episode to prepare for this.
Okay,
so
yeah.
so I was listening to it, and I was just sort of like, yeah, okay, we can do this opening part easy. We don't even really have to talk about anything.
Yeah.
It's
They
gonna be
didn't
like,
mention you on that particular episode, did they?
no, okay. I should say I've listened to pieces of a lot of YKS episodes because my wife Becca.
you get brought up quite a bit.
Yeah, my wife Becca listens to YKS.
Well, not that often. You don't have to get it going.
It's-
No.
I would say it's every other episode.
I'm
It's-
gonna get
it's bordering on
slandered.
obsession.
I'm gonna
It's
get-
almost insane.
We're both gonna get slandered on their upcoming episode. I'm gonna get slandered for sure for one specific reason, which we'll get into later
Yeah.
on in the show. But it's gonna be, if you're listening to us first and then YKS, you have a lot of Stefan and John slander to look forward to, I'm sure.
Yeah,
because they're
definitely.
recording. I mean, Dan, you're recording right after this with them, pretty much. Right?
Yes, this may even run into the recording of that
Oh,
episode.
and they-
so they're
and
gonna
they
be
will
mad
I would
about
love
that.
Yeah.
I would
will-
actually hope. Can we
they
go
will
long
love
so
that.
we make sure it runs into their recording time?
Feel free.
I would be so great to for you to have to text them and say, "Oh, sorry, John and Stefan doing your Kickstarter's blocked is running into your."
you could add them to the call maybe right at the end, and we could sort of tell
Well,
them how it went.
we are
you know?
using their call for this, so
Oh yeah, that's true. That's a problem, I guess.
It says
yeah.
Jesse on my window right now.
Yeah, it
yeah.
says
I just
Mike on
gave you
mine.
their links.
That makes
so,
sense, I think. Yeah. But they're not really using these as much, right? Because aren't they? They're doing in person now, right? So which we couldn't.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
I still communicate with them through this. So
Oh yeah, I guess you're not flying down there twice a week or whatever.
I mean, I would love it.
The
You would
setup
love
is great.
to fly there twice a week.
John,
and
have
fly
you seen
back.
the setup? The setup is great.
The setup looks nice, definitely.
Yeah, it does.
As far as the store goes,
Mhm.
I go to the store a lot. I'm sort of the store guy in our household. Maybe it's a similar thing with Jesse.
I mean,
and
Jesse
his wife.
famously does love going to the store.
He loves
I know
going to the store.
They've sort of like just gotten into Costco recently because
Yeah,
I
I
think
heard that.
Costco
It's-
just opened down there.
Yeah.
Because I
and
think
Costco's
previously
cool.
it would have been like a Sam's Club town.
like a Walmart.
Because that's
deal.
Walmart, I think. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
their version of Costco. But
Yeah.
I believe they are a Costco town now. They love that. They did a Costco episode. But yeah, what's been going on at the store for you recently, John?
Well, I was just in Victoria, BC.
oh yeah, how was
So I was. It was good. It was
Yeah.
good. I was there for curling provincials. I was commentating
that? In person?
in person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pardon me. So they flew me out to Victoria and hit up a few stores. I was out there and they had Stefan, do you ever shop at Plenty?
Oh, that's like the clothing store.
The clothing store.
Yeah.
I know Jesse's more of like a grocery store kind of guy, but
Well,
I
I feel like Jesse has some nice clothes, but I think a lot of the time his issue is he will order the clothes online, which can be dangerous, right? And he famously ordered that pair of like insane orange running shoes.
yeah, that was tough.
And it didn't help that he was wearing them. They were like super tight on his feet, and he was wearing them with like white socks or whatever,
Yeah.
and like it was a fucking insane look. But I think your version of the store is maybe the clothing store because you'll go there in person.
I'll
you
go to
know?
the clothing store, and I just want to say, Jesse, obviously, one thing we kind of didn't really talk about at the time, but I think bears mentioning orange sneakers because he's Dutch.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I didn't
Yeah.
even make the connection. Yeah,
Big
that's
orange.
true.
They're a big orange country, and it was orange with blue accents, and there's also blue on the Netherlands flag as well. So
Wow. Yeah.
good to get that out there. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was at Plenty, and they were doing their.
Hey, did you go to Good first? Good and isn't that a candy or something? What's the candy?
Am I supposed to join in on this riff
Is
as well?
that a candy? Yeah,
Yes,
you
Good
don't
and
have
Plenty
to.
is a candy. It's the
It is.
licorice.
It's a
the, like-
shitty candy. It's
Yeah,
like
it
one
comes
of
in
the
the
worst
purple
candies.
box.
Yeah, and they look like
disgusting.
pills, sort of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
they
bad
look like
candy.
pills.
Go ahead.
Bad candy.
JC.
Not good. JC. Thank you, SH.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I'm just
That'd be
gonna
the worst.
gonna call you John. I think.
That would be like the worst. Yeah, it's funny because lots of people do call me JC. You've just never
but
called
that's
me
like
JC.
a Jesus Christ thing, though, to me more.
Yeah, it's people who worship me like a god. Call
Yeah,
me
of course.
JC.
Yeah. Anyway, you're at Plenty.
So I was at Plenty, and they do this like twice a year sale, 70% off.
Wow, like
So I
everything
got-
or just a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. So I got
Yeah.
this. It's like a mint green, like
That's
long
nice.
sleeve shirt.
I feel like you have other stuff in that color.
Not
Maybe?
anymore. I don't think.
No, okay, it's a good color.
$18.
Wow.
I got a hoodie. I got a Nike hoodie.
Okay.
I got this, and I
Yep.
got a really nice button up. $80 total.
Wow. There you go, and that's $80 Canadian.
$80 Canadian. Yeah, the Nike hoodie was regular 89, and I got it for 25.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some.
So
I
it was
think
it was a really good clothing. Like I could have easily bought like 10 things.
Sure, of course, yeah. I think we're gonna have to do some price conversions probably on the Kickstarters, maybe for
Yeah,
for our
good
American
point.
listeners.
For our
because,
American
you know, of
listeners
course,
who maybe
YKS
don't
is
understand.
famously American, very patriotic.
Yes,
and
they are big patriot guys.
Have you been to the grocery store recently, though?
Yes, I was there yesterday.
Okay, what'd you get?
What did I get? I got some stuff for lunch.
Okay, all right. Now we're talking sandwiches.
Yeah, I got some salami, a bun.
That's nice. Yeah.
I got a cheese bun from Cobb's, actually. There's a Cobb's right across the street
You know what?
from
A
the
cheese
grocery
bun,
store.
a cheese bun on a sandwich as like the base of the sandwich is nice. I like
Pretty
that.
good. Yeah,
Dan
it
was
was-
sort of
it was good.
frowning at it for some reason. I don't know. Is it
You
too
don't
much,
like a
Dan?
cheese bun, Dan?
I like a cheese bun, but I keep the cheese bun and the sandwich separate. I don't mix the
So you
two,
just have
really.
the bun by itself, like
I'll
a cheese
just say
bun
it's
on,
kind
a,
of
on a
top
burger.
tier. It's kind of top tier. Like if you can get
Yeah.
the cheese bun and the like, just try it if you
I
never
mean,
tried
yeah,
it. But
I'm
I'm
open
also
to trying
saying
it. I'll try
this is
it.
an elite cheese bun. I'm not talking
Okay.
about like grocery
Cobb's,
store.
Cobb's has some nice
Cobb's,
cheese buns.
the cheese
Yeah.
buns are very good.
Yeah, that's
so
a
it's
good
like
choice.
it's not just like grocery store shitty, like the kind
shitty
of reddish
dry. Yeah,
dry cheese. No.
yeah.
Yeah, I do have a Cobb's near me, so I'll go after we record. I'll go get some. I'll try it out.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a good. I would say, especially with salami, it's a good play.
What condiments you putting on there?
Just mustard, yellow mustard.
Just
only.
mustard. No mayo or anything. You're not. Do you
Nah.
don't you don't like mayo?
Mayo's fine. I
Yeah.
just don't need it on a sandwich. I don't know. No.
Interesting. Okay.
I just go like probably double the amount of yellow mustard that a normal person would put on a sandwich.
and that's fine. You know what? Like I think as you get older, because I feel like you see a lot of people shit talking just like basic yellow mustard. There's nothing wrong with some just French's yellow mustard.
Delicious.
It's good. You know.
Delicious
Now,
condiment.
is a fancy mustard nice? Of course.
Of course. It's
I
not
think
like
just-
I'm not uncultured.
No, of course. But I think all mustard is good.
Yes.
And I do think there's something to be said for just plain French's yellow mustard. You know.
I
It's-
agree.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a place for all of this in our
Yeah. Now salami,
society.
mustard, anything
Salami,
else?
mustard,
Cheese. There's
Did
cheese
a-
on the bun already, but
Exactly.
You
So I didn't go double cheese.
Okay.
And then I did side pickle
Okay.
and some Miss Vicky's all dressed.
Wow. That's nice. On the sandwich?
No, just beside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. We so there's these pickles. I think I've talked about them on the show before in Vancouver called
Yeah.
Hobbs pickles.
Yes.
They're
Can
on
you get them
Granville
in
Island.
Can you get them in
Well,
Calgary?
so here's the thing, Stefan. So in Vancouver, you can buy them in store as well. Like some Safeways will carry them. They're in like a screw top jar. And a jar of these pickles usually costs about $15.
Canadian again to be clear,
Canadian.
that's like $11
$11
US or whatever.
American.
Still expensive, but like these
Yeah.
are really good. I've
They're
had
an-
them before.
It's an elite pickle.
they're
It's
very and they're pretty big too, right?
yes. It's a,
So you
it's a
slice
really,
them up,
really
you get
good.
lots of stuff for a sandwich, right? Like,
It's a really good pickle.
yeah.
And so we were nervous that they wouldn't have them in Calgary. So we looked on their website, and there's an Italian market here in Calgary that carries them.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, weird, but sure. So I go to this Italian market looking for like the screw top labeled jar that they sell in Vancouver. Could not find that, but the Italian market had these like bulk pickles
Yeah.
in just like a regular normal plastic deli container. And so I
Those are
bought
good
them.
pickles. Those are good. Just
Well,
the
I bought them and they were Hobbs pickles.
Oh, so they,
just
like,
didn't
they
advertise them,
repackaged
but
them.
definitely the taste
yeah.
it was. And I would say
Are they cheaper?
a third of the price.
Wow. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And just because it doesn't have like the branding.
I guess. Well, my guess is what they do is Hobbs just ships them buckets of pickles. They don't ship them to like individually labeled
and
jars.
then they'll put them in the little
and
plastic
then
containers.
they put them in a plastic container, put it on the shelf. But yeah, like a plastic container of about, I would say 7 or 8 pickles is like $3.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And they're big, like you said, they're big
Yeah,
pickles.
they're
They're
big
really
pickles.
good.
It's amazing,
Damn.
honestly. It's
know what?
one of the better deals of living in Calgary. The
I might
gas
have
is
to-
way cheaper, and the pickles are way cheaper.
I might have to do a nice salami lunch sandwich today. That's a good idea.
Why not? Right?
Yeah.
It's pretty good meat.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I might do that. I was thinking of making some
Do you
pizza
grocery
tonight.
shop or does Irene do that?
I'm the grocery shopper.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it. I feel like.
Yeah,
I
it's
do
got to be
sometimes-
hard. You probably got to do multiple trips because you can't carry the bag.
Yeah, I'll do one thing at a time. So I'll go buy
Yeah.
the bag of chips first, nice and light, get that
Go
out of the
home.
way. Then
Yeah.
I'll go buy like a single orange. You know,
Yeah.
depending on if it's like a mandarin orange, I'll get like 3 of them maybe.
Yeah,
Smart. And then I would one day love to be able to buy a Fuji apple, but so far that's not. I'm just not there yet.
they're a little big. Yeah, Fuji are on the bigger side.
A little big,
Yeah.
John. I mean,
Okay, well, yeah. I
try and fit
understand.
it in my little Stuart Little car. Because I'm a little mouse.
That would insinuate that you could drive,
Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, actually,
which I guess in theory you can. But
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't really.
I don't. But there's plenty of grocery stores around.
When
here,
I'm
so-
back, though, I'm coming
I'm-
back at the end of March,
Okay.
and we might be going through a drive.
We might be going through a drive-through. Yeah.
So
We should decide on which restaurant it's going to be.
I won't have a car, so
Okay.
it'll be my parents' car that you're taking through the drive-through.
Oh, okay.
So
shit.
just in
All
case,
right.
if you wanted to get a little bit,
You know
more
which one we
nervous.
should do? Let's do
or we can get your parents' car if that makes you feel better.
That would be, yeah, and they would be fine with that. We could
Okay.
do that. I think maybe we should do. I'm just kidding. We should
Take your
do
dad's
this.
Lambo through the drive-through.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should do the insane Wendy's on Canby. That insane drive-through.
Oh.
I do not want to do that one. That one is.
I was gonna
fucked.
say what?
That one is fucked for like good drivers. I feel like.
Well, you can see when you go through that
Yeah.
drive-through, like all the scrapes on the
Yeah.
wall. And
Do you want to
stuff.
describe that drive-through for our listeners? Tom?
Yeah, so basically it's on a very busy intersection in Vancouver.
Yeah. And
so
there's
it's a-
so many accidents at that intersection too. all
Yeah,
the
so
time.
it's a small plot of land. So the parking lot is very small. So what you do is you drive up and then you go to the board and you make your order, and then you have to drive up a hill or like a ramp, I guess.
It's a ramp,
to
and
get
it's like so
up to
narrow.
the Wendy's, and it's a curved ramp.
Yeah.
So you're driving up the curved ramp to get to the drive-through window, and then down the ramp.
And there's
out
like
of the
just enough
Wendy's.
room for a car.
It's very small, and yes, I've driven through it many times, never gotten in an accident, but definitely if you've never been through a drive-through before,
Not the
that's
right
not
drive-through.
not the one I'm starting.
We're going to
at.
be picking a drive-through that is very wide.
We should just do
open.
like a McDonald's that's
Yeah.
got like the 2 lanes, like
Exactly.
a 2-lane McDonald's drive-through. That's basically just like driving on the road. That's
Exactly.
nothing.
Yeah,
And
that'll
we'll
be,
warm you up before.
Of course, and we'll
I'll
go
suck
like
you
we'll go
off
like
as
we'll go
well
like
as
late
we
at-
can drive
Thank you.
around,
Yes. Yeah, I'll get some roadhead for the first time. That'll be nice. Yeah.
It might be tough for me to reach. I'd have to get way down in there.
Yeah,
to-
and you need a pair of little like because my like tweezers to jack me off because of how small my penis is too.
Yes,
and you're
that's
gonna
right.
want to have a clothespin for your nose because of how bad my penis stinks.
yes.
It's very small, but it smells quite bad.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
interesting. That's
Yeah.
it's kind of a double whammy.
It's sort of the worst
You'd
of
think
both
if
worlds,
it was
John.
small, you'd be able to keep it clean a little easier, not as much surface area.
It's actually harder because it's so damn small that it's like hard to the
Like,
soap
tough to get in there.
The soap molecules are too big, so they don't permeate my small penis.
You just got to get one of those like body wash squirt bottles and squirt it down the hole
Yeah.
that your penis lives in between your legs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's tough.
It
That's
is.
tough
It's,
having
it's
a
a
tiny
it's a
penis.
it's a tough situation, John. It's not.
It is
good.
kind of, but it is nice that we have started doing an impression of DB.
That's
which
true.
Is,
Yeah,
which is
sorry,
really-
I forgot I was doing that. Yeah, I'm DB. No, DB has a hog. So.
You think so?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's fucking huge.
Oh yeah,
You've actually seen it?
Yeah, it's fucking massive.
yeah. dude.
Really?
He's packing.
Yeah.
Wow, good for DB.
Yeah.
Why have you seen DB's penis?
I don't want to get into that, really.
He, I think this was like pre-COVID, but a bunch of us were on a call doing like playing poker or something, and he was like, "I have to go get something from my room," and then he just walked across the screen totally naked after like 2 minutes, and then came back, and it was like, it
Was he
incredible.
doing this on purpose or he
Yes,
didn't real? Okay.
No, yeah, it was just a bit for like 5 people on the call to see him walk by completely naked. It was very funny.
Yeah, it was just sexual harassment for 5 people.
Very, very funny guy.
Yeah.
yeah. I'd love to see him do it again.
So he's got a
but,
big hog.
I mean, look.
What about JF? Do we know about JF's hog?
Well, he's a Dutch guy, so
Dutch guy, and he's a dad. Dads
Yeah.
famously have small dinkies.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, small.
Small
you know
but
what?
stately, I would imagine, you know,
It's
just kind of
one
like
of those-
nice, like
if
nice
you-
to look at.
Yeah, if you looked at if the picture was like zoomed in, you'd be like, I could deal with that, you know. And then you zoom out, and you're like, okay, it's actually like it looks
once
like
you see it for scale.
exactly close up. It's like this is a regular sized, if not kind of a decent, like a big sized penis. And
Yeah.
then when you see it on his body,
Yeah.
of course, it looks substantially smaller.
That's
and
too bad.
Jeff's gonna be so happy about this.
They talk about me on YKS.
No, I know.
Like it's their
I think
job.
you can.
They treat you very fairly
yeah.
on there, John.
It is their job, actually. Now that you mentioned it.
Well, not necessarily making fun of me.
No, yeah. Well,
I
look,
wouldn't say they treat me fairly, Dan. What makes you think they treat me fairly?
Oh,
I don't know.
Dan eating a muffin. Very
Yeah,
nice.
Dan's
is that a
going
blueberry
muffin.
muffin or a chocolate chip?
Yeah, it's a
muffin?
blueberry muffin.
Looks like
Okay.
it's a Costco. Dan said he went to Costco.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
So you got
That's a
muffins and
big-ass
Prime
muffin.
energy
Can you-
drinks and that's it, or Prime sports drinks.
I got all types of shit, baby. I spent like $300 there.
Oh,
Wow, Dan.
Oh, Dan, I love this.
This,
JF's sort
this,
of
like-
rubbing off on you.
Yeah, Dan's this 2024 version of Dan that like
really like
shops at Costco. You threw out your bongs. We haven't even talked about that on
Yeah.
the show.
Well, I gave them to my mother, but
Okay. What about
That's
your dab
sweet.
rig?
That's
You got
nice.
rid of that too? Everything?
yeah, I gave it all to my mom.
Wow. That's
very
really
Dan.
good.
It's very
Let her
impressive.
ruin her life now, you know?
I'm very proud
Sure,
of you.
yeah. Well, no, okay, yeah. But hey, look, I did dry January, and I'm gonna keep it going. It feels great. It's very nice.
Is that sort of you're referring to like how like the state of women's vaginas around you?
Yeah, that's been going on for a long time. But,
Yeah, dry life.
dry life. Yeah. No, I
You
didn't
actually did dry January? You didn't
I
talk
did.
about that. Oh,
I
did the
did.
call drop out again, Dan?
Oh, it's okay. Okay, we're back now. We're good. Okay.
Well,
Sorry
so where
about
were
that.
we? We were talking about how women's pussies are dry around stuff.
Well, yeah. and just-
There is no pussy around, Stefan. What are you talking about?
Well, yes.
actually,
Oh my god.
oh,
here
great.
we
Why
go.
did I say that? Fuck.
Yeah. And here's Kiki,
look at her. Look at her. Come on.
the first pussy
She's
to
going-
be that
she's going
close to
so-
Stefan's face in
She's
years.
going so crazy. Look how crazy she's going.
She is. She's going lay down mode.
Oh, here, let me go like this.
Hey Kiki. She's like, get me out of here, dude. I hate this right now. What's happening?
Okay.
So you didn't tell me that you were doing dry January.
I thought I did mention it, but
Like
yeah.
weed as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I don't really smoke much weed.
No, I
anyway.
know, but you
Like,
still
I have,
you'll have a drink or an
I have
edible
a-
or whatever.
I have a vape pen that I'll use like once a month kind of thing. But no, it was like completely
Wow.
sober January. It was nice, you know?
You liked it.
It's sort of fucked up that if you stop drinking just like 2 beers on a weeknight, you just feel way better. Your skin
Mhm.
looks better. You're getting better sleep. You're in a better mood. Like, that's bullshit. It sucks, you know?
Well,
but
Welcome to my life.
I know. I think I'm just going to keep it going. It's nice. You save some money. Although non-alcoholic beer is like not cheap, which is bullshit.
Well,
But-
that's the thing now too. Is like, you know, I grew up in an era where the only non-alcoholic options for me was pop.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
and
non-alcoholic beer back then.
and
I'm trying-
non-alcoholic beer back then was terrible.
was-
I mean,
it
not
sucked.
that I would ever have.
No,
that.
but it was, like, awful. I'm trying to think-
O'Doul's was
O'Doul's is the one I was thinking
the
of.
main
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was not good. I mean, but yeah, non-alcoholic beer is bad anyway. But now I'm sort of like living in this utopia where every restaurant has like multiple mocktails on the menu, and
Yeah.
you can buy mocktails in the store. There's tons of seltzer options. There's so many
And the
non-alcoholic
non-alcoholic
options
beer
now,
is
and they're
really
so
good.
expensive.
It's crazy.
Like
yeah.
when you go to a restaurant, a good like non-alcoholic cocktail is like $8. It's like don't bring me into this price
and that's
bracket.
like a good price. I mean, an alcoholic one is going to be like $25
Sure,
for like
sure,
a really
but that's
good one.
the thing. But still,
no,
a
I know.
pop is like $3, and then I got to pay $8 for this, and it's not free refills either.
It sucks. I will say,
Come on, man.
I've been drinking like the non-alcoholic Heineken, because it's like a lot of the non-alcoholic beer is like it's like IPAs or like craft beer equivalents, and those are fine, I guess. But I sort of missed like just the classic shitty beer experience. And the non-alcoholic Heineken tastes just like Heineken. So
Maybe
it
you
got to
get some of the Budweiser Prohibition brew.
I mean, I'll try if it tastes like Budweiser. I'll try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been fine. Like I'm just gonna keep it going. I think it's good. I still drink coffee.
Yeah.
That's not going away anytime soon. So I still need that.
Right. Yeah, you're still a hopelessly addicted.
I'm still 2 cups a morning,
Sad.
cup of Joe. But you know what? But the no alcohol, the no weed, it's been nice. I'm gonna see how long I can keep that going for until I just like crash and burn.
Well,
you know?
Stefan,
Yeah.
speaking of coffee,
Yes,
we've got an update on an old Kickstarter.
we do.
Now, of course, we covered this one back on episode 172, Stefan, exactly 100 episodes before this one. And you're the one who found this update for us. So why don't you take us down memory lane back to when we first covered this and give us the update, Stefan?
Well, this is a really stupid idea. It did get funded, but it sucks. And it's one of those things where if you need this, just how much time do you just make a cup of coffee? This is Santo Coffee Cube's world's fastest cup of coffee in 30 seconds.
Now, can I just say this?
Yes.
I'm not a coffee guy.
No, you're not.
30 seconds doesn't seem that fast to me.
I mean, that's pretty fast
Like
for
I
coffee.
get compared to like a coffee maker,
Sure.
like a drip coffee, whatever.
Yeah.
But like 30 seconds to me doesn't seem
I
like
think
if you're saying the world's fastest cup of
Sure.
coffee, like in my mind, I'm thinking, bam, I'm thinking 10 seconds, something like I'm not thinking, I still got to wait 30 seconds for this damn thing.
Well, look, I think part of it is probably maybe they're including in the 30 seconds, they're including like unwrapping the cube or whatever, putting the cube in, like filling up the cup with, picking out the
Well,
cup.
wouldn't you also have to boil water?
Yeah, or
So
you
that's more than 30 seconds too, right there. Because I'm
yeah, but
guessing
you could also just put it in
drop
like
this
cold water
cube in-
too, I guess. Yeah.
Right, I guess you could do an iced coffee.
But
I'm
anyway,
imagining someone doing like an iced coffee, but it's just like tap water level of cold.
that's
It's
probably what
like
some
not
people do,
that
though.
cold.
Like, this is so stupid. This is such a classic Kickstarter thing. This is way back. Their last update was 2019, so it's been a long time, John, since we talked about this one. But yeah, it was fully funded.
Yeah, it says
some of the
$83,592
of $30,000, 1,749 backers. The backers are not happy.
Okay.
Because if you go to let's go to the last update. The last update was again in 2019. Finally, USPS came for the orders. Be aware, not a title you want to see in your
aware
update here. So finally, USPS came for the orders. Every time they showed up, they had small cars or SUVs. Until today, they showed up with this little truck. Still, we have more to ship, but at least 200 backers are going to receive their coffee in the next 2 days. We've been working for the past week just packing and labeling, and we're about 60% done with all the orders. Check this out.
This looks fake to me.
It really does. It's a picture of a guy. I guess
It's a picture of the USPS guy like giving a thumbs up with the packages in the back of the truck.
No, that's the guy whose Kickstarter it is. I think.
you think
he's
so?
helping. Yeah, he's helping load it because he's
that
not
makes
wearing.
more sense because I was
he's not
going to
wearing
say
the
a
uniform.
USPS guy is not going to look this happy.
No, a lot of boxes here. In fairness, but if we look at the comments.
I do like the idea too that these guys called up USPS and they're like, "Hey, you're sending all these little bitch-made cars and SUVs and shit. Like, send a truck. We're Santo. We're the world's fastest cup of coffee. Get us a fucking truck over here."
I'll say this as well about USPS, because it's a government agency in the U.S. and those maybe have a lot of problems for various reasons.
No, sorry, Stefan. We're Jesse and DB. The USPS is a product of the U.S. government, which we love and respect. And
That's of course.
We love our president and anyone who might be the future president, and we love our nation. And I have a flag outside of my house.
Of course, yeah. And I raise and lower it every morning. Put it to half mast, etc. When the guy gets shot or something. I do think the Postal Service is fucking great. And one thing I do like about them is I love their little vans. I think they're very distinctive and they look very cool.
Yes,
they do
have
a big
cool
fan
vans.
of them. They have cool vans. Anyway, the comments here. Backer number 1415. I have yet to receive my order. This is 8 months ago. This is the most recent comment, I think.
Wow.
There's a really good comment here. Santo
So the closest, sorry, Stefan. The closest, so we get 8 months ago, and then no one has commented since 2019.
Yes. So 8 months ago.
So sometime out of nowhere, in a 3 year span,
this guy got reminded
was
of
like,
it,
hey,
I
wait a
guess.
minute, I didn't get my my
8
coffee
months ago in
cubes.
2023, and then it jumps to 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago. It says, Santo sent only a cup to me. I got only a cup. A cup in 2 years? A cup? $128? Serious? You bastard swindler, Santo and Bernal. Really, really bless you. COVID-19 be with you.
One thing I like is that, I guess I see. Because I was going to say that they had to put an exclamation mark in the middle of bastard and swindler.
Yeah.
And I was like, they did it wrong because they didn't cut out any of the letters. But I'm now understanding it's to get past the Kickstarter filter.
I guess that's what it is.
Is that you put that in there. But yeah, that's COVID-19 be with you.
Yes, that's really funny.
That's good stuff.
So these are all negative here. A lot of the complaints are about we're just getting emails. They're emailing us saying you can get free samples, and then you can't get the free samples. They're not sending the stuff out. It seems like they just want to do like marketing stuff. And this is from Megan, who appears to have actually gotten the cubes. When you claim it is lightly sweetened, I was not expecting it to be 8 grams per cube on the classic roast is insane. I drink my coffee all black, and the amount of sugar is so off-putting I can't even stomach it. I can't get past the sweetness to be able to tell if the coffee tastes any good. So I think even the people who
8 grams
got
a cube, that's crazy.
that's nuts. The cubes, I guess, are fairly big, but that's so much fucking sugar. I guess that's the thing, going back to my coffee habits, is I am trying to drink just like black coffee.
Right.
And that's a steep learning curve because it doesn't taste great, but I'll be attempting that for the next month or so.
Did you ever have like an instant coffee phase, like university or anything like that? Or
no, I've never really, like, you mean the K-cups or like the
no,
like the
true
powder.
instant coffee. Yeah,
never.
Like
Did you? I mean, you said you've never been a coffee
No,
guy.
God, no, fuck no.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
my that's all my grandparents ever drank was instant coffee.
That is sort of grandparent coded, I feel.
Yeah,
like
and my grandpa drank it black, and it smelled like so bad. I mean, I don't like the smell of a good coffee.
Yeah.
When you drink that like straight black, I mean,
not good.
Nuts. It's nuts. And I remember like one time when they were coming to visit, when we moved to Vancouver, they still lived in Toronto. So like when they were coming to visit, I remember one time my parents were like, because my parents don't drink coffee. They were like, we could get a coffee maker and whatever. And they were just like, no, instant's good. That's what we'd rather have. And it was
nasty.
Like, holy God.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Not good. Really good comment here from the same guy as earlier. And this is a phrase that's going to stick with me for a long time, John. You took my money, give me my cubes. It's a lot of the same people complaining.
You took
over
my
and over
money,
again.
give me my cubes.
The coffee
Really
tastes
good.
not good, very cheap, and like Chemical, the worst project I've ever supported at Kickstarter. This is really funny. I mean, I think this is not to be too mean to these poor people who got scammed, but like, what? Just make a fucking cup of coffee. Like,
Dan,
what
can
are
you go
doing?
down? There's one there where the person says that it seems like the founder is doing really well, and they link to a tweet. Is it possible
It's
that
a Facebook
tweet's
post,
still
I
live?
think. There's one that's
Facebook. Okay, yeah. Can we?
yeah.
Is there any way we could maybe see that? This scam artist POS seems to be doing very well. Oh,
okay.
It was a picture of a Mercedes and a BMW.
A BMW, and he's at like a nice pool at like a okay. Oh wow, he's at a big mansion there.
Wow, this is really good. Although this could be this guy could definitely be the kind of guy that like none of this is real either.
Oh, for sure. It's just pictures on Instagram and Facebook.
Like I rented a Mercedes and I put it in my driveway. That's
wonderful.
really funny though.
This is
of
really
course
good.
he's a Florida guy too.
A lot of the people around the world were having to pay a bunch of customs fees on the cubes too. So they're getting hit for like $40 customs fees. People are not. God, dude, this is from Rax Lancelot. I am still waiting. Please give my cubes to me, please. It's really funny that they're cubes. I think the fact that it's cubes makes it a lot funnier.
Just saying like, give me my cubes. Is like a good.
I need my cubes.
I need my cubes. Give me my cubes. And then it's really funny. The people who do have cubes really hate the cubes. Like very few people on here are like, these are actually good.
Yeah.
There's a couple, but it's very few.
So the Korean guy from earlier has one from 5 years ago. I'm still waiting. Please give my cubes to me, please. And then he posted in Korean here, and I'm going to translate this. Oh, give me some. When are you going to give it to me? You acted like you would give it to me in a month, but what is this? Wow, really? I've lost my life. I'm old. Ha 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 ha.
Been there, bro.
I love this guy. I hope this guy got his cubes, but the problem is, even if he does get his cubes, they're gonna suck, right? So he's not gonna be happy either way.
I'm just looking at their Instagram here, and they haven't updated their Instagram since 2018 either.
Oh boy.
So,
yeah, I don't think it's happening, unfortunately.
No,
but.
and they haven't updated their Facebook since 2019. So I'm wondering, like, it doesn't seem like it was a full scam, because it does seem like
some people got them.
Some people got the cubes, and even when you look at like their Instagram and their Facebook and stuff, like they're showing them packing boxes, which I know could be fake, but
probably just the classic thing of like just not having enough product and sending out the product they did have.
Yeah, and then being like, oh, this is hard actually.
Yeah, most of the people complaining are from like far-flung countries all around the world.
Yeah.
A lot of Australians, a lot of people in Japan, China, Korea. And I think probably part of it is like, well, we're going to send it all to all the Americans and like Canadians and stuff first, the ones that are easy to send to. And then if there's anything left over, we'll send it to like England. Right. But I think if you live very far away from them, because I think they're in like Orlando, you ain't getting it. It's not happening.
Is there any... And I don't know this. I'm sure Jesse and Mike would know, but like, is there any recourse when a Kickstarter like doesn't deliver on the?
I think a lot of the times it's like you can just do like a chargeback on your card. But as far as Kickstarter goes, maybe Dan would know. No idea. I think that's kind of an ongoing problem with a lot of Kickstarters is chasing after. Because I think because a lot of times with big Kickstarters, it does take them several years to deliver on everything, right? And sometimes they will eventually do it after like 4 or 5 years, right? And so, but the fact that they're not updating, I think, is maybe, hopefully some of these people got their money back. But
oh, geez, this is really rough. I'm on the Kickstarter site for this, and I guess they're kind of acting like if you're pledging to a Kickstarter, you're basically a venture capitalist, and if you lose your money, you lose your money, kind of.
Yeah,
because it says. This is on their help page. What can Kickstarter do when a creator does not fulfill their project rewards? It's not uncommon for a project's expected timeline to change, and it's important to remember that when a creator is behind on fulfillment, this does not mean a project is over. In instances where a project is experiencing delays, we recommend taking a look at our What Happens If a Project is Delayed article, blah, blah. However, unfortunately, not every project will go as planned. When this happens, we expect all members of the Kickstarter community to act with honesty and openness. For creators who have acknowledged that they are unable to finish their project as they had initially hoped, we ask that they bring their project to a satisfying conclusion by sharing an update that details how the funds were used and what it is that's preventing them from completing their project. Some actions they might take is sending an email to the creator, revoking creator privileges, including the ability to run another campaign on Kickstarter, or suspending or restricting account privileges. So it sounds like they're just like, too fucking
you're
bad.
shit out of luck, I think.
The only thing they ask is, hey, can you just tell everybody where the money went?
Yeah.
How is that going to make me
it went
feel
to a
any
bunch
better?
of BMWs and Mercedes and tropical vacations.
We got to scam Kickstarter, man. We've been fucking up.
Yeah. We really do. Now, I have a thing here. This is typically a YKS bonus episode feature.
Yeah, but we can do whatever we want. It's Freaky February.
Yeah, and also I feel like YKS fans, they love this a lot, and maybe they want this to be on the regular episodes. JF and DB, if you're listening, add this to the regular episodes.
Regular. And honestly, why are any episodes behind a paywall, Stefan? When you kind of think about it, it's like, shouldn't all the content you make be free? Why are you making people pay for it?
John,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely. This is real or fake, John.
Yeah.
We're bringing it back. We've done this on Blocked Party as well. It's sort of a shared idea we have. I'm not sure who came up with it first. Doesn't matter.
We did, I think. But.
This was a while ago, and I've been meaning to talk about it on here for a little while. But when I was flying back from Australia, one of the shows on the in-flight entertainment thing was, I guess it's like a Mark Wahlberg reality show called Wall Street. Okay. And the titles
is spelled WAHL?
It is, yes. And the titles of the episodes were so stupid, and the episode summaries were so stupid. I didn't watch an episode because I was like, it's not going to be as funny as what I'm imagining maybe, but we do have the trailer here, so we're going to watch this.
Okay.
This is Wall Street on HBO Max.
Okay.
It's fantastic to be able to make a living making movies and acting.
But I think it's important to really have a career where you can do different things and not be put into a box.
So true.
I have multiple businesses in that health and wellness space.
How many deals do you have?
Oh, he owns F-45. I didn't know that.
Building a business that you can change people's lives for the better is something that really appeals to me. I'm doing things that I'm passionate about and that I believe in, and that are really kind of a direct extension of who I am.
Which one's better, this one or this one?
Being separated from my family, it's the biggest sacrifice always for me.
But I want to grow and build a business that I can pass on to future generations.
We feel a huge, overwhelming amount of responsibility to make sure that we're successful. Hey, buddy. What's up?
Mark. Hey, Mark.
This whole thing has caught me by surprise.
This guy's always on the. He's always on the damn phone.
He's always on the go.
Future.
Our funding source pulled out.
If I don't start selling, this company goes away.
Scrap it and go back to the drawing board. We're
$2.5 million in the hole.
Oh, God. You know why the show's gonna be such a hit? Because it's a fucking shit show.
Damn, so true, dude.
I'm gonna work twice as hard to bring something to the table.
He's giving everybody jobs and he's not taking it all. He's giving back.
And I'm wanting to really inspire other young entrepreneurs. If I can give my kids my work ethic, that's valuable.
Never stop, never fall off, I never fly. Never say never. I'll never stop till I reach the top.
I got the bug, you know? I got the bug for business.
I think he's got a few bugs, probably.
Yeah.
I think not.
Now, obviously, that looks really
Okay, so
interesting.
the show is just
obviously.
basically about the businesses that he owns as like
Well,
a
it's
rich
an
guy.
unbiased look at the life of Mark Wahlberg.
I'm
John.
guessing it's pretty biased, just based on
I guess
that sort of
I guess
coverage.
maybe you could say it's a little bit pro Wahlberg, but
I think it's it
who's
seems to me
say?
like it's pretty pro Wahlberg.
I have 8. Let me look here. I've got 8 episode titles and descriptions here for
Okay,
you, John.
but I'm guessing
And-
if they're
and you're
real or
guessing if
fake
they are
episode titles of Wall Street.
and
this is a real show that
log
came
lines.
out and happened.
Yes,
Okay.
we're gonna start with we'll start with a pretty easy one here.
Okay.
ROI, oh my. Mark tackles unanticipated problems in his startups, but sees a return on investment in one of his newest businesses.
That sounds real to me. ROI, oh my.
That one is real, John. Nice
Yes.
work. Great
Thank you.
job.
Nice.
Let's keep it going.
Okay.
Cash flow and tell. Despite emerging prospects in many of his enterprises, Mark grapples with running both large and small businesses amid a global pandemic.
Cash flow and tell?
Like show and tell, but cash flow and tell.
That's real.
Yep. Okay. That's
Yep.
good. Okay. You're 2 for 2 so far.
So far, so good. Yep.
Lockdown and out. As the pandemic forces a global lockdown, Mark pushes through his own fears and checks in with his business partners to promote employee health and wellness.
Lock down and out?
Lockdown and out.
That's real as well, I think.
That is also real.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Hickory dickory stock. Unexpected turbulence in the S&P 500 causes stress around the Wahlberg workplace. Meanwhile, Mark develops a case of necrotizing fasciitis on his penis.
Well, this is a tough one, Stefan, because Hickory Dickory Stock does
It's a good title, right?
does kind of sound sort of in the pun realm of the other ones.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. I'll say this. I'm sure that Mark Wahlberg does have necrotizing fasciitis on his penis.
Sure.
I think fasciitis is in your foot, but anyway. But I don't know that they would show that on a TV show.
It's HBO, though, keep in mind.
True. I'll say fake.
That one is real.
Oh, wow. No way.
Yeah, no, that one's fake. Okay, you're doing good.
Okay.
We're going to keep this going. See, this is Better Off TED Talk.
Okay.
Mark's time at TED 2022 ends on an embarrassing note when his necrotic penis falls off during his talk.
Oh, man. Jeez. Because that could almost be kind of not a disaster. Like you could kind of fold it into the talk.
Exactly.
Right? Like just sort of,
bouncing
hey,
back from adversity.
Hey, I'm Mark Wahlberg. Hey, my dick fell off.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Yeah.
Andrew Dice Clay also in my mind, apparently.
Oh,
Hey,
close enough, honestly.
Hickory Dickory Stock.
Yeah.
My dick fucking fell off. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, that's fake, I think, for me.
That one is fake, and I think maybe so. You used the previous one about his penis getting flesh-eating disease and falling off, knowing that was fake, and you sort of okay. I mean, you're doing great here.
Thank you.
We got a few more. I think we have like 3 more.
Okay.
The Berlin Wahlberg. Mark travels to Germany to check in on a health and wellness startup he's invested in. While there, he also visits a specialist who uses an experimental procedure to reattach his necrotic penis to his body.
I was like, would they call an episode the Berlin Wahlberg? Like if he's starting a Wahlburgers in Berlin or something?
Yeah.
It's fake, but it did get me thinking about whether if it was real, if he was actually going to Berlin.
They would 100% call it that, I think, for sure.
Wahlberg, yeah.
All right. Here's to Stu. Now keep in mind, this is around the time he was filming a movie called Father Stu. So it's Here's to Stu. After Mark travels to Iowa to screen his new film, a tornado warning finds him receiving shelter. The first samples of Municipal's new women's line arrive, but a snag on the website disrupts customers' orders. Mark finds a flaw in Blender Cap's design.
Blender Cap?
Yeah.
I mean, in the trailer, we did see Municipal clothing show up quite a bit, so I will say that's real.
That one is real, John.
Wow.
Nice work. We have one more. Can you go a perfect 8 for 8? This is the last episode. This is season 2, episode 10. Diners, drive-ins, and dividends. At his company's annual shareholder meeting, Mark meets with none other than celebrity chef Guy Fieri himself, who picks up his necrotic penis off the floor when it falls off in front of him.
I love what you've done with your necrotic penis. The way you've really, I can really taste the spice.
The love that went into this.
Yeah, that's fake, I think. But I would love both that episode title and for Mark Wahlberg and Guy Fieri to hang out.
Yeah, that one is fake. I don't know how you got all the fake ones. I thought I did a pretty good job of sort
you
of
did a good job of disguising
there,
it, but there was just sort of a bit of a common theme among the fake ones that I think really kind of helped.
Mark
me out
Wahlberg
there.
was in all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice work. Wow, that was really good.
8 for 8.
Yeah.
And Stephanie, before we get to the 6-pack, you have a tweet you want to show us as well.
Yeah, this is just some stupid shit, but it does remind me of when Steve Jobs died and everyone was like crying outside Apple stores, which was really funny.
I was there. I was one of them who was crying.
Of course, putting like flowers and stuff. This is the first guy to buy the Apple VR headset that costs like $7,000 and like sucks ass. And he's walking out of the store and all the staff is there and there's like reporters there and like Apple fans there and they're all like going nuts and like hooting and clapping. And it's awful. Let's watch it. It's 19 seconds long. They're chanting his name, I guess, maybe.
But how did this guy get picked to be the guy that comes out with
it's just
thing?
Whoever got in line first, I guess,
But is it not an Apple Store employee? Because he's got the same colored jacket they all have.
I think they all just fucking dress like that. And actually, you don't see the video does cut off before, but there was a suicide bomber in the crowd, and he did set off a bomb, his explosive vest, and killed everyone here. So that wasn't part of the video. That got cut off, but yeah.
That was after.
That was afterwards, yeah.
Yeah. Well, as long as they saved the headset.
The headset was fine, I think. It's very...
okay.
Yeah, it's very hardy. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Stefan, it's time to get on to the 6-pack.
Oh, it's 6-pack time. It's 6-pack time. It's time to do the 6-pack time.
Now, I know... those of you who are dedicated fans of YKS may have noticed 2 different things about the Blocked Party version of the show so far. The first one, we didn't take a break because we're not fucking pussies. So we do the whole episode just straight up. We don't need a little, I need a little water break. Jesse, can I get a little water? So we don't need that. And we're not doing like 20 minutes of ads. So
yeah,
some might say this is a superior version of YKS.
Their ad reads are really good, though. I gotta say, they do a great job with the ad reads.
I guess if you're a staunch capitalist,
And
Well, I
am.
mean, they do pay me better than you because of those ads. So.
Yeah, that's a big
Well, that's a
part
good
of it
point.
too. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. Well, anyway, let's move on to our first project here, Stefan. This is I was scouring the pages of Kickstarter, and I will say this: we make fun of our friends at YCast a little bit, but we only had to do this once, and even just looking at Kickstarter once,
Miserable.
made my eyes want to bleed. So
This is like they do this like once a week. I think.
yeah,
So,
shout
like,
out to them they've done like 300 something episodes of this. I mean, this
Yeah.
is crazy. So I found this first one is the Pingool, an aesthetic multifunctional holder. Is your desk a mess because you don't know where to put your stickers? This seems to be a common problem for many people. I know you're always talking about
stickers. Oh, they mean
sticky notes.
Sticky notes. Yeah.
Yes, but saying stickers is incredibly funny. Yeah, like just geez, my desk is so full of stickers, I never know where to put them. It's a common problem for many people. I've had the same issue, so I decided to create a solution, a sticker holder. To tackle this common issue, I designed a memo/sticker holder that is not only functional, but also aesthetically pleasing. They're looking for $4,500, Stefan. There's 14 days to go. So far, they have 10 backers for a total of $904.
Okay. Canadian.
And, Canadian, yes. And maybe, Dan, do we want to play the video here? These guys are in Windsor.
Yeah, here, I'll play the video. By the way, it's 13 days to go now. There's been a day since I put the doc up. So
13 days to go. Good luck to Pingool.
Which it's spelled differently here.
Well, no, they want, it's like a long O.
Yeah, but
it's supposed to be like Pingu, the penguin.
It is, but
I'd
in
love
the video,
a long O. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Jesus Christ. What is the music they're using for this?
My name is Sada, and I'm an architect. Organizing my messy desk, which was covered by an abundance of stickers, used to be a big challenge. First,
it's a big challenge.
This is what I don't get is
I like that they're showing his desk and it's got 4,000 sticky notes on it.
even if that was the case, the penguin sculpture can't fit that many stickers. Like he has like 24 sticky notes all over his desk.
Focus.
And it's like, okay, like you have them on your keyboard. Like, come on, that's a bit much. But like, they're not all gonna fit on the penguin. So what's the deal here?
It decreases my productivity and increases my stress levels because I've got too many sticky notes around Stefan.
All these reasons.
Well, here's the difference. So it's showing the woman next to him with the penguin. She puts a single sticker on it.
Yeah.
So the issue here isn't the penguin. The issue here is that one side has 24 stickers and one side has one sticker.
Yes.
The penguin doesn't make a difference here.
Leaves, pins, sharpeners, and magnets.
The penguin also opens.
Yes, and you can store stuff inside of it, but it's
But
not
it's
that
small.
big, I don't think. Yeah.
Decorative object, and
You can just use it as a decorative object if you want, Stefan.
sooner or later,
You could fit like 3 pens in there, maybe.
and start its own family by expanding my project on designing its family members.
Okay.
I also wish that its family members would help us by taking on a variety of responsibilities. At the end, I would greatly appreciate your support.
I mean, it looks like a decent quality product, but it's like
Thank you.
it's something you would see in like a gift shop or like a stationery shop or something. And,
Yeah.
you know, it'd cost like $40.
It's just like a
but
metal. It's like a metal penguin with its arms
It's
out.
not anything.
And you're supposed to stick sticky notes to it.
I feel like, and I know Kickstarter is not like this, but with Kickstarter, a lot of the times it's like this is like solving a problem that people have, and it's like, you know, it's a new thing, right? And this is just like a little metal sculpture you put on your desk, and there's like a billion of those.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and you can store like 3 pens inside of it, and you can put.
I don't even think you can store pens inside of it. I think it's too short for
I think
pens.
it might actually be.
He was saying like paper clips, pencil sharpeners and erasers because
But
we're
storing
always
like paper clips in there is going to be anyway. This is just like and it's a photo holder. Like it's all these different things. But I just don't. You can't fit that many stickers on it in the first place.
No, it's
right?
not that big.
And if you have sticky notes, just put them on the bottom of your computer monitor, like a normal person, and then it's fine. You're not gonna if you have 24. Again, if you have 24 sticky notes on your desk, the problem is not, oh, they should all be in one place. The problem is you just have too many sticky notes. This isn't going to make you have less sticky notes.
No. No, it's not going to help. It's not going to help with your I guess your sticky note problem. And yeah, like exactly like what you said, Stefan. It's like it doesn't actually solve like they're acting like this is a big problem. Like, oh, I've got Post-it notes all over my desk. It's what an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, it's not a problem that people have, and it's not solving for anything really.
No,
it's just I think this guy
transforming
made
a humble penguin into a luxurious jewelry holder.
I think he made
Stefan.
a nice looking metal penguin. It doesn't like it looks fine, you know. It's probably like decent quality, decently made, and you know the guy seems nice and everything. He's not trying to scam people, but like it's again, it's just like what is this for?
Yeah, I can see people buying it just because they like penguins and they just
Sure.
like want to have like a metal penguin on their desk or
I
whatever.
almost think
but
he should have leaned into that and been like, for like the aesthetics of it is like you can have a nice little metal penguin on your desk, you know?
Yeah,
like
so
it doesn't have to be practical, right?
It costs $45. So if you
Yeah.
pledge 60
well, 45
Canadian,
is for half of.
Yeah, that's just the bust.
That's just the top half of
The full
penguin.
thing is 85 American dollars.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize they are selling just the top half.
Just the top half of the penguin.
I have a disembodied penguin,
Which means you
on
wouldn't
my-
be able to store stuff in that one.
No, I guess that's the thing.
bottom
is
half
like
has the
it's more
storage.
just for sticky notes, but it's
Yeah.
not for storing anything.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
I like that it says too on the bust one, like turn your desk into a canvas of beauty and creativity with this half penguin.
Yeah. I you know, again, I like the idea of having a nice little thing on your desk, I guess, but it's just
But
I
like
think
at that price?
No, and the mistake of leaning into, oh, this thing is very practical and it solves a lot of problems. No, it doesn't. It's a little metal penguin. It's, you know,
Doesn't
it's nothing
solve
crazy.
it solves one problem about 10% of one. It solves like 10% of a problem.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Pingool, you got, by the time this episode airs, you got 10 days left to get your rewards in. And if it doesn't make it to its $4,500 Canadian goal, it will not be made. It's an all or nothing.
It's all or nothing. Yeah.
All or nothing. He needs at least $4,500 to make a bunch of these metal penguins.
Well,
so
we'll see.
Good luck, my friend. Good luck.
John, here's what
Yes.
I got for you.
Okay.
Rescue
please.
Pals World, and this is a timely one, I think, because there's the alleged Pokemon ripoff game that's super popular right now on Steam called
Pal World. Yeah.
Pal World, which is the story behind that is really, it is interesting. It is really crazy, and it's a Pokemon it's a monster collecting survival game with guns, which I don't think we'll be playing on stream because I can't think of a game Jesse would like to play less than that. This is kind of something. Well, it's something similar in terms of like the name, I guess. This is Rescue Pals World. A modern twist on a classic monster battle platform with 100+ unique catchable monsters, enemy battles, mini games, and more.
So is this like a ripoff of the ripoff?
No. So they have used a game building software that allows you to make Pokemon style, like Gen 1, Gen 2, like gold, silver style games. And so it looks extremely similar.
Right, but this is not the one that's out right now.
This is because that game is a huge success.
Yeah, and it's called Pal World.
Pal World, and that's also like open world.
So this
3D
one is
graphics.
Rescue Pals World.
This is Rescue Pals World. Welcome to Rescue Pals World, an experiment to gamify philanthropic participation, bootstrapped from scratch over the last year through thousands of hours of learning and building. Our mission is to blend nostalgic gaming with modern technology to create games and products that promote animal, environmental, and humanitarian welfare. Our first game, Rescue Pals, is an offline 2D adventure RPG featuring open-world exploration, monster battles / training, a complete item / shop system, mini-games, and much more. Releasing for console PC this fall, Rescue Pals introduces players to the world that we'll be building upon in future game expansions, releases, and much more. $21 raised of $26,751 Canadian. So the US goal will be probably 35,000 or something.
No, it's the other way around.
Would it be? Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah. It's going to be
20,000,
it'll be
probably.
20,000, I guess. Yeah. Right now they have 2 backers with 40 days to go, and they've raised $21. I don't know that this is, 40 days to go. You never know, but
this is really tricky for them because it has such a similar name to Pal World, and Pal World already did this thing.
Well, again, this is not Pal World did the thing of being called Pal World and ripping off Pokemon. They are ripping off Pokemon. I feel like in a different way because they're ripping off more of like the Game Boy Color generation of Pokemon.
Okay.
But also calling it Rescue Pal's World. Clearly, they're trying to capitalize maybe on Pal World. A lot of things going on here. We can watch the trailer. There's also something to do with like rescuing dogs as well, like in real life, and like tying that into the game.
Well, yeah, because I was going to say it talked about like
humanitarian
stuff or whatever, and I was like, this is a video game. What do you mean?
So we'll watch the trailer here. This is Rescue Pal's World.
Okay. Revolutionary online game that saves real animals. Okay. Each game character represents a dog rescued from a shelter around the world. What does that mean? It's very easy to say, well, they've rescued 1 million dogs around the world. So, yeah. That's what these guys are in here. Discover the magic of digital twin gaming, where the real world and the virtual world unite. I gotta admit, I really don't understand that part of it. The gameplay does look kind of sick, though. It looks like a ripoff of Pokemon, but that was a good game.
Yeah, for sure. So you got the right idea there. It's really crazy. Also, they're using basically the Pokemon font. If you scroll down here, Dan, for a lot of their stuff, like just that is the Pokemon font. I do think also those are like literally just sprites from Pokemon, like the main characters. Obviously, the battle system is like exactly the same. You've got trainers. It's Pokemon, right? And I understand. It's a fun game. It's a classic. People love it. So this is not gonna. I don't know how it ties into the animals in real life. I'm not sure that's ever. This is not happening.
Yeah. Do we
obviously.
have Dan? Is there some kind of a write up about the rescuing part of it? Because I'm very curious as to what that even means.
I looked through and I didn't really see anything that explained that.
Okay. Because it said in the trailer, it was like every character represents a rescued dog in the real world. Well, that doesn't mean the game is actually doing anything to help rescue dogs. You know what I mean? Like the dogs are already rescued. So what is that?
It's really unclear to me.
What is
how
digital
it ties
twin
into
gaming, Dan? Can we get that here?
It makes no sense to me how this works.
The concept we'll build on in our future MMORPG, that is, all characters and items are created from real-world animal welfare donations.
Yeah. So they don't really.
So the idea is that you would donate in real life, and then it becomes stuff in the game.
I think that's maybe you would get like rewards or something, and it's in the game. If you scroll up as well, Dan, to the minigame section.
There isn't actually a Twitter. Sorry.
The minigame section is very funny to me because this is the game that when you're on like Firefox or I think it's Chrome and you don't have internet connection. Right there, it's like the little minigame of like jumping over the cactus that comes towards you when you're the T-Rex. Except in this one, you're like a little dog.
Right.
So. Look, again, the idea of taking successful games and just kind of doing your version of it, that's how a lot of games work nowadays, unfortunately. So I do sort of understand it. And I guess tying it in as like a charity thing is maybe sort of like, oh, well, maybe Game Freak or Nintendo won't sue us because we're helping animal welfare. But it's not clear how that works. I don't think it does.
They haven't been clear about that at all.
No. And
they keep talking about digital twin gaming. I don't know what that means. Nobody knows what that means.
So the Rescue Pals game is built in Game Maker from scratch by Dragon Labs and Yanako RPGs. Rescue Pals uses a custom version of Mon Tamer Maker, which is a game-making software that allows you to make your version of Pokemon games, straight up, with plans to receive exclusive IP rights on future product development. Now, we have plans. That's always a bad sign, I feel like.
That's not
I'm not
good.
as familiar with Kickstarters as JF and DB, but whenever they say we have future plans to sort this all out, they don't. What that means is that they have plans to come up with plans, and they won't.
Well, this is also apparently there are NFTs associated as well.
Oh,
so,
no shit. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm on their website right now, and it says save real lives. Each Rescue Pal NFT is generated from the exact animal saved during the mint. Each Rescue Pal NFT is a certificate of a life saved. And then it says each Rescue Pal NFT also receives a randomized set of metadata abilities that are used in the browser game. Train and level up your Rescue Pal to unlock new hidden abilities. So it looks like you can already play this game on their website.
Okay.
You just can't. They're trying to make it into like an actual computer game, it looks like.
I think that's right.
This says
release on
learn
Steam,
one
I think.
pager. Okay, I'm opening their one pager now. Oh, okay. It says real world impact. 75% of project revenue is routed to charity partners and animal welfare causes, all transparently and independently verified. So that's kind of it there.
Yeah. Again, not really clear how it connects to the game directly, because that seemed to be the implication. Anyway, Rescue Pals takes place in Potopia, a fractured world torn apart by a mysterious force. Dimensional rifts have torn through the fabric of space-time and have created portals to alternate universes. It's said these new worlds could have valuable treasures, new technology, or even monsters never seen before. You must embark on a journey to open the gateways and bring harmony back to Potopia. Players will need to train a powerful team and upgrade their gear to combat the hazards they'll face in their perilous journey. Do you have what it takes to be a champion? No, I don't, and I am not going to play this game.
I'm trying to play the online one right now, and it's not working. Oh, here we go. Space bar. Oh my god, this is not. Yeah, this is not good, guys.
Oh boy. One thing with looking through like bad Kickstarters is it's like kind of bleak and depressing.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm playing the actual game right now.
How is
it? It's I mean, it's a functional Pokemon clone game for sure.
Yeah,
but
I guess the thing with this, and it's always like this with like ripoffs of better games. It's like, why wouldn't you just play the better game?
Just play the better game.
Yeah, just do that.
Not good.
John,
well,
what do you got?
I found this one, Stefan, and you know, I haven't looked around Kickstarter too much, but this, I'm guessing for a Kickstarter, is a very bare bones Kickstarter. It's for a board game, or it's either a board game or a card game.
This feels like another. Now, this is something that is a common theme on YKS. Is a ripoff. It looks to me to be a ripoff of Cards Against Humanity.
Yes.
Yeah. Even going as far. I mean, they all do this. I think where it's just the black background with like the basic white font.
Correct. So this game is called Don't Be a Bitch.
Okay, but they did censor bitch.
They censor bitch, so don't be a B*TCH.
Yeah.
Don't Be a Bitch is a dynamic game based around one common goal. Don't be a bitch. Add and pass each other bitch tokens and try to be the last one standing. To the victor go the spoils in this fast-paced, intense game. Remember,
we pay Dan in bitch tokens. Sorry, go ahead.
Come on.
Remember, don't be a bitch. They're looking for 6,019 Canadian dollars. They have 2 backers with 50 days to go. They've pledged $81. So it's probably a 5,000 US goal. So they show the black and white background, I guess, of what will be the box. It says, warning may contain foul language. Be the last one standing in a game for bold, bewildering baddies.
It's also like clear that with the box here, they're using one of those like online like box maker things 100%. Or something, because it's like it's all folded out. You can see you can see where like the tabs are and stuff too. So they don't have like an actual box even.
It's insanity. And so one tab of the box says ascend to be the one true bitch, and then the other thing says fight to the death, and then they've cut off the other 2 foldouts. But this I'm going to read now, Stefan. This is the entire profile.
Oh, I'm on the page now, and there's really not much going on here.
Like, how could you pledge? Like, it doesn't tell you anything about the game at all. Okay, so this is their story. Don't Be a Bitch is a dynamic game based around one common goal. Don't be a bitch. This is what I already read. Add and pass each other bitch tokens. Try to be the last one standing, blah, blah. This project is the first item created by Two Guys with Too Much Time LLC.
That's such a good stupid guy name for an LLC.
With the
and
number
it's the
two.
number two.
Yeah, number 2 guys with number Too Much Time LLC. We are what our name says. 2 recent college graduates with too much time outside of work. We decided to spend this time making something we've always loved to play, tabletop games. We are using Kickstarter to get starting capital for our business so we can create an online platform for your shopping convince. In the future, I think they meant to say convenience.
Yeah, okay.
In the future, we plan to make more games and hobby kits to develop and grow a community. Your support allows us to bring more fun games and entertainment to your table. Now, right now, you get, for a $5 pledge, you get a sticker that just is the Two Guys with Too Much Time logo.
Great logo, by the way. Really good logo.
It's like 2 stick figures, one with like glasses and one with a beret. It looks like the Mythbusters. Is this what the Mythbusters guys are doing right now?
That is the Mythbusters. What the fuck?
Yeah, very odd. It's the one Mythbusters guy made into 2 guys.
Right.
Because the Mythbusters guy with the beret
hat
also had those glasses.
You're right. And the mustache as well, the walrus mustache. Yeah.
And then for $30, you get a copy of their released game early once it arrives. And then for $45, you get a signed copy of their game and the sticker. And then in this one, we're getting we're actually getting a different sort of tagline here, Stefan.
Yeah.
On the signed copy of the game, it's white it's a white background with black font. Try to make your friends a bitch while you defend your title, or work hard to embrace it and become more.
Wow. ...
And it says they have an Instagram, so I'm gonna look at that right now. But yeah. It's really one of those where it really doesn't tell you anything at all about this game other than you don't want to be a bitch and there's bitch tokens.
I guess you don't want to get the bitch token. That's bad to get.
The bitch token is bad to get, and it's not. Apparently the game is finished according to their Instagram.
Okay, I am looking. They have a nice cat. Great, very cute cat on the Instagram.
2 Guys with Too Much Time has just finished their first game titled
What
Don't
is
Be
their
a Bitch.
Instagram?
2 Guys with Too Much Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I searched that on Instagram, one thing that came up was 2 guys with big dicks.
Oh, so in the picture, their first picture, you can see some of the cards there, and presumably these are like testing cards, because it does just look like printer paper.
Yeah.
You can dodge a bitch. You can play when you're about to receive a bitch card, I think is what that says. Pass a bitch card to another player, I guess. Add a bitch.
Oh,
okay,
sure.
Interesting. All right.
Oh, we're getting a little insight into their board game shelf. We get a picture of their board game shelf.
Yeah, you're a board game guy. So what do you think about? Let's see.
Let's go back to the board game shelf here, Dan.
It's their second picture. Yeah, there we go.
Right there. Okay, can I get a? Okay, yeah. So they got Uno. I mean, that's a classic right there.
Sure, Uno's great.
Oh, they've got Arkham Horror. Okay, I bought that. I didn't love it. Okay, Munchkin is a pretty good game. Cargo Noir, I don't think I've ever played. This looks like 5-Minute Dungeon right here. Or I can't really tell, but that's a fun game if that's what it is. And then, it's not a lot of games, I would say, for like trying to brag about like, we love tabletop games.
Your board game shelf is much more impressive.
Oh yeah, I mean they're recent college graduates, so maybe they just can't afford to have more board games.
Sounds like you can hang out with these guys, John.
I have like 3 times the number of board games than them. So, I couldn't hang out with them because I'm always a bitch.
We didn't mention this, but on the back on the Kickstarter page on the reward section, you can see like on the tabs of the box, it says winners don't lose, fight to the death, ascend to be the one true bitch. So you do want to be a bitch, and then growling noises. So it says don't be a bitch, but then it says ascend to be the one true bitch. So really mixed messages here. Is it good to be a bitch or bad to be a bitch?
Well, because even in the signed copy too, it says you try to make your friends a bitch while you defend your title or work hard to embrace it. So you don't want to be a bitch, but then maybe you do want to be a bitch. Or you want to be
like the one true bitch.
Right. So you don't want to be just a regular bitch. You either have to be the one true bitch.
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yeah.
I think we're getting somewhere. It feels like
I think so.
We got to back this. I got to see what this is all about.
It seems like, again, we're not as knowledgeable about Kickstarters, but it seems to me if you are trying to raise money for a project, especially a board game, you should maybe explain how it works.
Yeah,
and how
one
to
thing
play
I've
it.
learned on Kickstarter is there's an awful lot of board games, which I'm sure Dan knows. And most of them are very detailed. I actually did a Kickstarter for a board game on the recommendation of our dungeon master, Josh Burgle. And I have the copy of the game in my board game closet. I haven't played it yet, but I got it. And it's like, it was they had already done one game. So they're like, hey, we did this other game. Now we're doing a new game. Here's all the rules. Here's all the concept art. Here's what the game is going to be. They made it like very, very clear, like exactly what the game was before, so that you would know, like, oh, okay, I want to own this game.
Yeah. There's lots of good board games on there. The other interesting thing is that it says $81 Canadian here, and then if you looked at their Instagram page, it said like $630 US had been pledged. So I wonder what the story is there.
Oh, good call. Maybe they have like a separate.
Oh, no, that is Kickstarter though. They had a separate link too, I think. But that's interesting. We're gonna look into it further. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're gonna investigate these two
I
guys.
think that's just
too
the
much
exchange
time.
rate, isn't it?
Yeah. $630 US is $81 Canadian. Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. Stefan, what do you have?
Now I have one here. This is an old one, but it's one that I asked JF if he had done it, and he said, "I don't fucking remember. Stop bothering me." This is Dream Site Publishing Christian Anime Project, and the way I found this is from years ago, but the way I found this was you can like sort by like the amount of money they were asking for, and they were asking for. This is in Canadian again, $5,350,291, which is, I guess, 4.5 million or 5 million US. I don't know, but it's
probably 4 million.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
It's probably 4 million US.
They made $5 Canadian with 4 backers. So not bad. That seems even, yeah.
People are like, I'm going to help you get to 5.3
so
million by giving you $1.
One person gave $2 and 3 people gave $1. You got to think when they got the $2 donation, they were like, oh, fuck yeah. Oh my God. If this keeps growing exponentially, we're going to hit this in like 2 weeks or so. But
yeah,
this is really crazy. The story here, I'll just read this, I guess. This is really nuts. It's just like an insane Christian guy wanting to do some Christian anime. Well, why don't we watch the video? I watched part of it.
Okay. Yeah, let's watch the video, get ourselves in the zone here.
Yeah.
Oh, 30 seconds. That's never a good sign. It's like this is all we could put together. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, no, this is the worst opening video I've ever seen.
Oh! Woo! Oh, comedy,
my God.
teen fiction? What is that?
This is literally just all the you're hearing is just different words appearing on the screen.
And different,
like,
I guess those were
comedy, horror, teen stories.
And there were 4 different stories there, I guess, or shows that they
one
wanted
was
to
called Blood and Ink.
Yeah, the other ones, it was like really difficult to see what the title was because of how it was laid out. Dreamsite Publishing Christian Anime Project. Take a second and imagine an app where Christians can watch horror movies, sci-fi, fantasy, comedy movies, and TV shows that are catered towards Christians. Imagine programming that was like
this exist? Sorry to interrupt.
Sure
Stefan.
this
does
does.
this not already exist?
I'm sure this does.
Okay.
Again, this is from 4 years ago, so it's an old one. I wanted to do it because it's so crazy. I'm sure this already existed at the time.
Yeah.
It definitely exists now. There's Christian streaming channels for sure. Imagine programming that was like a Netflix for Christians with big budget Christian movies and TV shows. Wouldn't that be amazing? If the answer is yes, then I definitely agree. Now, that's a stupid way of phrasing it. That is what I feel my calling is from God. I want to create a place for us to watch the things we like without worrying about our children and teens being brainwashed into believing God doesn't exist and they are crazy for believing in him. Now, I know that we have Christian media, but we don't have true artists working on them because Hollywood has the money to lure them away. Well, I am a creator, artist, author, and writer. I need a platform to create a place for Christians to get their media out before they're forced to go to Hollywood. Well, I feel that it is a long way away. I feel I can start somewhere. I can't create big budget movies, but I can create motion graphic audiobooks. A graphic audiobook?
Motion graphic audio books.
That's like nothing.
Okay.
That's not a thing. Those things cancel each other out. That can help me create a fan base that can one day achieve that. That's what my Dream Sigh publishing YouTube channel is. It's Dream
Spells
Sight.
his own company wrong.
Yeah. It is the seed that I hope will grow into a place. Sorry, there's a lot here. I am going to read the whole thing just because it's really crazy. It's the seed that I hope will grow into a place that creates a media empire that allows us to watch entertainment without leaving our religion at the door. It says living. I need a platform to make stories that are unapologetically Christian in their message and belief in God. This channel has already started to gain traction. No, it hasn't, but I need money to promote it and get it to Christian. Get it to Christian.
Christian. I gotta get it to big Christian.
Get it to Christian, and I don't have a big budget company behind me.
This guy thinks Christianity is ruled by one guy named Christian.
Yeah, I mean, God is named Christian. Regardless, I simply made a story based on Christian principles and a fictional reality, just like thousands of other authors do with Eastern mysticism, Hinduism, Buddhism, witchcraft, and paganism. I have to deal with a barrage of insults and demeaning of my beliefs to watch sci-fi, fantasy, comedy, horror, or anime films. I want the same respect for us. YouTube has discriminated against me because of my religion, and I need money to build a good Christian platform, but I need money to promote my videos. I have over 3,000 likes and climbing. The devil can see what I'm trying to do and has been sending his agents to run me off since I started. I'm at over 200,000 views and I am making progress. For that progress, I was botted for a week. After a week of this, I was advised that dislikes have nothing to do with the algorithm. They're just a tool trolls use to deter people from watching videos they don't like because they're generally at odds with their ideology. I can confirm that this is true. Almost all the negative comments are from atheist people ranting about how much they hate Christianity and how terrible I am for making this, in and only in their minds, for them. But for some reason, every movie I go to, I have to hear God doesn't exist and I'm an idiot for believing in him. I can't think of the last time I saw a positive portrayal of a Christian in media, but I'm getting botted for an audiobook. Regardless.
Wow. That is, I just want to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
The idea that the devil has sent people to thumbs down his videos is really special.
Funny.
Really special
yeah.
stuff.
I mean, it really tells you everything you need to know. This is just a
I'm not
classic.
getting dislikes on this video. This is actually just the devil sending people to me.
It's just a classic type of crazy guy, and I love it. Regardless, the vast majority of the people visiting the page have been super cool. By far, the majority of people who actually read the story like it as well. So I'm thankful to everyone that gave it a chance. I was hesitant about posting my work, especially since there's no way to target Christian fans, but I've been pleasantly pleased with the support, so I won't let trolls taint my opinion. As for my Christian beliefs, rest assured I don't choose who believes. The Spirit draws those that are true believers, no matter how bad some Christians want to take credit for it. I'm not selling anything. I'm telling a story. Secondly, if anyone is led to God through it, I'm overwhelmed. And yes, my aim is to keep people in and facilitate people coming to Christ, but it's here. No one's forcing it down your throat. You can leave whenever you feel like. Also to the Christians, I am a believer in Christ and preach Christ.
I thought so.
Yeah, this guy likes Christ a lot and preach Christ is the only way to heaven. Tim is a prophet that uses his, I guess that's a character in one of his stories.
Yes,
unclear.
it is, yeah.
We're sort of just jumping right in here.
Yeah.
Tim is a prophet that uses his salvation through Jesus to save others. He's a Christian prophet in a fictional story, all caps, based on Christian principles. I spent hours making this. I don't have a professional studio of artists, and I need the resources to reach the audience, and I need help from God's people. They have the chance to silence me before I get started, but I faith that God's people will allow me to get this started. From chapter 4 on, I spent more time on the art because I'm realizing and now have a fan base that will see it. So chapter 1 to 3, the art is dog shit, but chapter 4, it starts getting good.
Well, because he's going to get 5 million.
Of course. They have the chance to silence me before I get started, but I faith... Oh, wait, I read that one already. Sorry. That sentence is really... It's easy to get lost here.
I have faith, I guess.
I have faith. I'm realizing I now have a fan base that will see it, but it's just a tool to help visualize the story, but it's not the selling point. The story and characters are... I don't have the time or big studio budget right now, but I hope with your support that in the future I can produce all my content when I have the time and resources. Now, this is where it gets good. This is where we sort of learn about the story.
This is where it gets good. We're already like 4 fucking full paragraphs into this thing.
Yeah, this is such a good sentence here. That aside, my first is a story about a kid that becomes a prophet / holy protector of the final witnesses of Revelations. But he starts out as an extremely naturally talented bratty kid wrapped up in his relationships and immaturity. Instead of the evil demons being the good guys and Christians being the evil patriarchy like so many Hollywood movies and mainstream media do.
So true.
I just made a hero story where Christians and angels are the good guys. I just tried to tell a story with Christian principles being the dictating source instead of Eastern mysticism, witchcraft, Hinduism, and liberal ideologies being the one voice being heard. Where's this guy watching like Hollywood movies where everyone is
Well,
Hindu?
you guys know that Thanos is Jesus Christ,
right?
And the Avengers are all demons.
They're all demons and witches, and
definitely.
You guys see that picture with Thanos' dick?
Oh, that picture is so. Can we see it? Oh no, because you have to censor it on YouTube, I guess. But it is a really funny picture.
Yeah, just
One last paragraph here. I'm just trying to give a voice to my people. Obviously, I don't have the time or money. Well, yeah, I think you have the time to make a true manga or anime yet. So I'm hoping to build a fan base so that I can create a place where people can be free to enjoy Christian media targeted at young, non-liberal, brainwashed demographics. Not that I hate liberals, but I do think their voice gets heard a lot more than the Christians do. I wanted to make stories centered around Christ and his teachings of power that we wield, but do it in a way that people can be entertained as well. I need God's people. And if you believe God is calling you to give to me, please do. I can promise you I feel this is my calling from God. Yeah, we got that.
God said, start a Kickstarter. The people will come.
And I feel that help has to come from God. And if we are one in Christ as he is one with Father Yahweh, then I believe you will help me achieve this goal. I promise this isn't a scam. I have been paying for my own promotion and I just can't afford it, so I need your help. Any help will be appreciated. I have been making major headway and my channel is growing and people really like it, but in order to really get it out there, I need funding. Check out the channel and see. The link is here. God bless. This didn't get funded because of the devil.
The devil.
The devil.
Well, and I just looked up Christian entertainment apps, and the very first result was here's 7.
Yeah.
There's one called PureFlix.
Yeah, there's so
which is
many
like
of them.
Netflix, but with Christian
I'm sure
stuff.
there's so many successful ones. If you click on his YouTube link, by the way, the video is now private. So.
There's also Dove Channel, which I think is a well-known one. There's one that would be familiar to you, Stefan, Trinity Broadcasting Network.
Okay, yeah.
Because that has Huckabee on it.
That's right, yeah.
There's Lightworkers, which is a storytelling one. There's Crossflix, which is also like a Netflix Faith Life
This guy's
TV.
way behind. It's
and then Minnow, which is for kids, Christian content for kids.
Anyway, I'm sure we don't have much more to talk about on this because I read the whole thing, but I'm sure this guy took it quite well when he didn't make $5 million for his
it's the devil.
Christian anime project.
It's the devil's business.
John, what do you have for us?
My final one, also an entertainment project. This is In a Pickle, a sports comedy / feature film. And I will say, Dan, that when you wrote this write-up this morning, it had $589 of $26,571 pledged. And then as we've been recording this episode, it's gone up to $910. I clicked on the page and actually watched it go up. So it's now up to $910 of a $26,751 goal. And these guys want to make a sports comedy about pickleball. There's a long tradition of sports comedies from Caddyshack to Champions. Sports has provided a wonderful backdrop to some of the funniest movies ever made. It's also no secret that pickleball has exploded in popularity. Last year alone, 35 million people in the US picked up a paddle at least once. So as fans and filmmakers, we thought it was high time that we combined our passion for the sport with our love of movie making. And so In a Pickle was born, and we're raising money to turn our certified fresh screenplay into a feature film for all the family, celebrating all the fun and passion that pickleball inspires in communities across the country. And so, yeah, it's called In a Pickle. They apparently want to release it summer of 2024. And the tagline is a comedy with balls.
Okay, that's fun. I think
we've never heard
wasn't that like
before.
the dodgeball tagline?
Yes, I believe so.
Pickleball is interesting to me because people are always like, it's like the next big sport, you know? And
yeah,
and
it's
know,
like,
a lot of like pro athletes are investing in it and stuff. And it's just like, I mean, I think it's like fun and it seems fun, but it's like, it's also like the sport of like old people, right? Which is like, again, that's fine too, but
no.
Yeah.
I loved this part too. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this is really good. Knowing what a passionate and involved community pickleball can boast, we wanted to give you a chance to be involved in helping to bring this project to the screen. And this is a beautiful line right here. We know what we have. We've already had some interest from a major Hollywood studio, but firmly believe that the best way to do this is to maintain control ourselves. Wrong. That's actually wrong to maintain control yourselves. That's probably the wrong way to do it, is going to be my guess. Like any sport, pickleball has nuances and conventions that could be easily washed away by a big studio, and we want to make a movie that anyone who loves the sport will watch and say, these guys get it. So anyway, the big thing for me with this, I mean, obviously it's very funny. to make a movie about pickleball, and they've got some looks like AI generated images down here.
There's definitely some AI generated stuff down there,
and some stock images that literally have the stock number still in them.
Yeah.
But really, for me, it's the video. We don't have to watch the whole thing because it's 4.5 minutes, but it's the two filmmakers talking to each other, and both of them sound like the most boring people alive. And you're going to watch, one of the guys is I don't even really like pickleball, which is
I could
really
see this
good.
sort of working as a pickleball mockumentary or something.
Yes.
But anyway.
Yeah, that's kind of noisy. I didn't realize how loud that was. It's kind of funny. Hi, I'm Jason Reed.
And I'm Dan Brooks. And we're the writers and producers of next summer's smash hit, In a Pickle.
And we are excited to introduce right here on Indiegogo our crowdfunding campaign.
Well, you should have filmed one for Kickstarter as well.
Agreed.
And a whole lot of balls.
Yeah, kind of think Dodgeball meets Best in Show with a little West Side Story thrown in, some Caddyshack, and I don't even know what Best in Show is. Dan wrote that part.
Anyway.
What? What?
Production.
What?
Next spring.
With the intention of being years and available on streaming.
This guy doesn't like anything. He doesn't know what Best in Show is, and he doesn't like pickleball. He's going to say that in a minute.
How passionate pickleball players are and tennis players are.
I'm an avid pickleball player myself.
Yeah, some might say you're kind of obsessive, a little addicted, but sure, we can go with it. Avid, it's fine.
And a former tennis player, so I've stood on both sides of the net.
Yeah, I don't really play a lot of pickleball. I actually build pickleball courts and tennis courts in Florida. And the funny thing is, I get to see firsthand the conflict between tennis players and pickleball players. So some of the stuff has come from that.
So we've both seen firsthand some of the things that can happen when pickleball players try to get court time.
Yeah, he just said that.
Yeah,
he just said
clubs
that.
Are they're embracing pickleball as one of the fastest.
It feels like these people have never met.
Other clubs are having a real hard time.
Yeah, we should say, if you're not watching the video, it's showing them on Zoom doing this, basically.
Yeah.
So with all that in mind,
oh my God,
there's a movie here, and there's a funny movie here. So in between his daily pickleball.
Oh my God, dude.
Bit of an exaggeration.
Dude, you take Tuesdays off.
Fair.
As I was saying.
Okay, Dan, you can stop this. I mean, this is there's another 2.5 minutes of the two least interesting guys you've ever heard trying to sell you their movie.
Red flag, dude. I get the idea of I can actually see the conflict of pickleball guys and the tennis players are the snooty 80s style villains. They're it, but God damn, dude, for him to say in the thing, we want to make a Best in Show style movie. By the way, I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. One of the funniest movies of all time. It's a fucking incredible movie. And to be one of the producers or directors or whatever and say I don't know what that is, and yet you want to make a mockumentary, it's not. That's so bad, dude. It's just not going to happen.
Not good. Not good.
Oh, brutal.
And the rewards are pretty I know for a lot of the film ones, they'd just be we'll put your name in the credits. And that's basically what all these are. It's just yeah, you can give us $10 and we'll just add you to a mailing list and tell you how the movie's coming along.
Yeah.
And then the next one is $25 and you get the movie on VOD once it's released.
Sure.
And then you go down to behind the scenes. This is a separate one. So this is also $25.
But you don't get the VOD.
But you don't get the VOD. So you can decide whether you want behind the scenes content or the VOD. Or for $50, they give you both. So you're not getting a discount. They just have added both of them into one bundle.
Really good typo on that one. If you go up, Dan, to the behind the scenes one, it says, you'll like part of the crew with this perk.
Only part of them.
Yeah.
Once you buy this, you'll start to really like the key grip.
Yeah.
And then if you go down for $75, I think you get a t-shirt. Wear your sports support with pride with your choice of one of our 3 custom designs, and you also get the VOD and behind the scenes perks. And then for $100, you get a DVD.
Oh, not even a Blu-ray.
Not even a Blu-ray. DVD plus the VOD and BTS access.
So that means the DVD
lot.
The DVD cost $50 then. If you're
Yes,
looking,
and then you
okay.
can, for $150, you can dink the lot and you get everything.
But that's okay.
But it's more expensive, like, because
Yeah.
the T is $75, and then the VOD is, or the DVD, I guess it's $100. So I guess you're saving $25.
Okay, that's a pretty good deal, actually.
Yeah, so there you go. In a pickle.
That's really funny, man. It's just so funny to be like in the pitch video for your Kickstarter or Indiegogo. Indiegogo, I think, by the way, you can raise a certain amount of money, not meet the goal, and still keep the money. Unlike Kickstarter. So there's that. But it's so funny to be like, we're doing a pickleball movie that's going to be like Best in Show. By the way, I hate pickleball and I don't know what Best in Show is.
Yeah, I build pickleball courts, but I don't.
Yeah, well, anyway. God.
I don't really know much about. I'm kind of looking for. I'm looking for it on Indiegogo. I can't find it. But yeah, it even says like the one guy, the English sounding guy, is a professional filmmaker, creative, and storyteller, and Jason is a music and film producer, author, and serial entrepreneur. So this guy doesn't. I mean, this guy just has some money. He just like met this guy. He's like, I'll give you some money to make this pickleball movie. I don't give a shit. So yeah, anyway, In a Pickle.
Boy.
Look forward to that. Summer 2024, Stefan, in theaters, I guess,
I'll be
or
there.
whatever.
I'll be there, John.
All right, our last one. Our
last one
six
here.
pack here.
And this will be interesting because if you're listening to YKS after this, or you listen to it before this, you might know about this already. I told Jesse I was doing this one today, and he was like, "You motherfucker, I'm gonna slander you so much. We are doing that one as well." Unfortunately, we're recording first, so we claim all rights
The
to
episodes
it.
come out on the same day, though.
They do, but we are recording this before them. So
I think their episode will be released about an hour or two before this one. So
Oh shit. Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll release ours earlier if possible.
Yeah, we'll do
just
an
to get
early
ahead of it.
release on Sunday night.
This is Whale, redefining handheld vacuum cleaners. And I think the big thing here is if you're watching this episode, you already know what the deal is. It's a vacuum cleaner that looks like a vibrator.
Yeah.
It really does. They have hit their goal, 13,375, which I assume is 10K US. They've surpassed that goal. They're at 19,014 Canadian, 56 backers. That's they're giving a lot of money.
These
for it.
vacuums cost like $200 or whatever.
Makes sense. 27 days to go. So they're going to keep going here. Experience a new era of cleaning with Whale, a reliable and timeless vacuum cleaner. This thing looks really...
Well, it's especially funny. It definitely looks like a vibrator, and it's also like their idea of it is so it's basically a dust buster. It's for like, when you have like a little spill or whatever. But their idea is that it's so aesthetically pleasing that you can just like leave it
have
around.
it out on like
you just have it on your coffee table,
on your mantle or your coffee table. That's that's such a fucking backwards. Like, why would you? So it's going to be filled with dust and cat hair and dirt and trash.
It also looks like a vibrator.
And it looks like a vibrator, and you're putting it in the middle of your coffee table. And so someone's going to come over and they're going to be like, what is this? What is this beautiful metallic sculpture? And you're going to be like, there's a bunch of shit in there. There's a bunch of dirt and shit in there. And also it looks like I shoved it up my ass.
And that's somehow the best. Yeah, exactly. Like, was Dana fucking getting herself off before I came over here? Like, what's... And then you go, no, I wasn't getting myself off. That's actually full. It's full of shit.
Yeah, that's right.
It's full of the shit from my house.
Yeah, of course.
No one's going to be like, wow, is that a vacuum? That's so aesthetically pleasing.
It's really strange. It's hit the goal, like I said, so people like it, obviously. It says, welcome to a new era of cleaning where handheld vacuum cleaners are hidden in plain sight. Whale is both a reliable handheld vacuum cleaner and a beautiful design object that is always in reach. Built to blend in any space. No, it's not. A Whale can adapt to any room, making it a pocket art gallery piece that enhances any home personality. Here's the thing. That's not blending in. Blending in would be just a regular vacuum cleaner that you have like hanging up on the wall or something or in a corner, right?
Yes.
Like, this is not blending in. The idea here, and they've said it earlier, is that it's like a conversation piece. It's an art piece. And those, by definition, are not meant to blend in. So someone's going to see this art piece, think you're shoving it up your butthole, or... they're going to be like, that's a beautiful art piece. And you're going to say, yeah, it's for sucking up dirt and trash. Like, there's no, it's
like
crazy.
Who is going to be, because I would imagine like the conversation you're hoping that you're having is someone goes like, oh, that's a cool sculpture. And then you're going to go check this out.
Yeah.
And then you're going to show that it's a
it's
vacuum.
practical, actually. Yeah.
And then I feel like you're thinking in your mind, people are going to be like, oh my God, it's also a vacuum. But realistically, they're going to be like, oh, it's a vacuum.
And it's called whale because it's supposed to look like a whale, apparently, which I don't really see that. What this looks like to me is if anyone
it's impossible not to think that it looks like it looks exactly like the clit sucking vibrators.
It does. It looks like the little like bullet vibrators or whatever, right? Like
yes.
So I think what this
you guys
looks
sound like you know a lot about vibrators.
We do, Dan.
Why not?
What this looks like to me is if anyone listening to this or watching this has read the 3-Body Problem series, there's little alien craft that are sent from another star system, and they're called droplets, and they look like little mini drops of mercury, and they're super powerful, and they can they're weapons, and they go through human ships and destroy them and stuff, and they're very cool. These look exactly like that, so that's what I'm thinking of too. But they do also look like vibrators. I also think it says Titan strength in the palm of your hand. The whale battery lasts 120 minutes in standard power mode, up to 30 minutes in turbo power mode. I just don't. Just get a regular little dustbuster or just a vacuum with a dustbuster attachment.
Should we watch the video?
Let's watch it. Yeah.
Say hello to the latest innovation in cleaning technology. Introducing the Whale, the first.
Oh, it really looks like a dildo, man.
To hide away. With its stunning design, crafted from liquid aluminum, the Whale is the appliance which blends seamlessly in any space.
I decided to create the whale in the light of my experience as an architect and interior designer.
Oh, this is made by a European guy? No shit?
People want to exhibit and which can be integrated easily in their environment. I choose an essential form purely inspired by nature in order to celebrate its organic perfection and encourage people to reflect on the beauty of simplicity within the diversity of their own home and offices.
The lightweight construction of the Whale and its ergonomic design make it a breeze to handle. The sleek aluminum body fits perfectly in your hand, allowing you to navigate effortlessly around your home, car, and office. Another innovation brought by the Whale.
Yeah, I love to bring my vibrator vacuum to the office.
Rethought in order to allow for the natural movement of the hand from left to right, while ensuring efficient cleaning and leaving your surfaces spotless. The Whale is made to be enjoyed for life. It's a high-quality premium.
Enjoy it for life,
so powerful
Stefan.
and robust.
I mean,
you can rest assured it will not break down easily.
Okay.
The fact that the Whale.
Oh, this guy's name is Stefan.
Oh yeah, there we go. What a haircut!
Great
Hopefully
haircut.
all this money he gets from the Whale can fix that up.
This amazing product.
God damn, dude.
Project today and catch our Kickstarter limited discount offers.
$159.
So the thing with this is clearly there is a lot of money behind it, I guess, and it does look very slick, and the production value is good, and you compare this to basically all the other Kickstarters we've done today, and it's this is the slickest looking one. You can see why it got funded, but it's just who fucking needs this shit?
Well, they're also the thing that got me is it seems again, when you talk about what's the problem they're solving, it seems like the problem they think they're solving is people own dustbusters and then they're like, oh, I just wish I could leave this out. Yeah, I hate that I have to put my dustbuster away. I wish I could just leave it on the table.
It's a non-existent problem because the people they're marketing it to, it seems like they're marketing it to super rich people, right?
Yeah,
but super rich people aren't doing their own cleaning, and they're going to have a separate room for all the cleaning stuff that is just storage, and it'll be better quality stuff, and so this is for nobody. But apparently it's for however many people it was, 50 something,
55 or whatever. It
56.
says that went. So it's $159.
Yeah.
If you back it right now, but it sounds like their plan once it's fully launched is to retail it for $339.
Wow.
So yes, exactly, Stefan. Only rich people are going to be buying this, and rich people aren't going to be I just wish I could leave my vacuum
they'll just
out
get
on my
they'll just get
beautiful
a Dyson
marble table.
They'll just get
or
a
whatever.
$2,000 Dyson and just have it in a storage room somewhere, and let the help deal with it. You know what I mean? This is
100%.
not. This is really stupid.
And it looks like a fucking vibrator.
It looks like a
really,
vibrator.
you just really have to drill down on that
looks like
part.
a vibrator so much. Yeah.
Well, congratulations to them for fully funding
nice
their
work,
project. And that's it. That's the 6-pack. And now it's time for you to come in.
You're gonna wanna contact YKS. You're gonna wanna talk to Mike.
John and Stefan.
You're gonna wanna call 802-359-PISS. Send them something at their mailing address. 540 West Main Street, 209 Gallatin, Tennessee 37066. They got a Gmail. It's the name of the ship. Twitter's at your Kickstarter, and that's it. You're gonna wanna contact YKS. You're gonna wanna let them know you exist. Leave a little message for Mike
John and
JF.
Stefan.
YKS Pod on Instagram for grill pics. And the blue sky is YKS Pod.
All right. So yeah, if you want a message to reach us, just call that number and or mail something to Jesse and Mike and or call their phone number, and Stefan and I will certainly get it.
That's right.
This question comes in from Way Cool Jacob. On the episode this week, John mentioned that the Pimp Chronicles was a top 3 comedy special of all time. What 2 albums round out this top 3? Stefan, you can do your full top 3, or you can just do 2 as well. I don't care. It's your show. So the Pimp Chronicles, if you don't know, is a stand-up special by Cat Williams. And it is, I think it's top 3. It's unbelievable. Particularly the first 10, 15 minutes is just, I mean, the crowd is literally losing their fucking mind. It is insane. Andre 3000's in the front row. He's dying. It's so good. So that is definitely one of my top 3. The rest of my top 3 is probably Patrice O'Neill, Elephant in the Room, which is a classic, and really Patrice didn't really do a whole lot of specials. So it really feels like his kind of his magnum opus. And then I probably would round it out with Nate Bargatze, the Tennessee Kid. However, it's also very tough not to have Chris Rock Bigger and Blacker in there, just because that's obviously a legendary special and has probably one of the best bits of all time in it. But I figured I would get my boy Nate in there, the Tennessee Kid, incredibly good. And Nate is so good and has never released a bad special. So that's probably my top 3. Stefan?
I'm trying to think of comedy specials and stuff that I've watched. I don't watch a lot of them, but me doing stand-up, Norm Macdonald, I remember watching that. That was very good. I'm just thinking of Norm Macdonald ones, because there was the one that was released after he died.
Yeah.
Nothing Special. That was very good as well. And then what's the Bernie Mac one? I remember watching that and really liking it.
Well, Bernie Mac has the legendary Def Jam set.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as special, I guess, right? But
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. That's the best.
Yeah.
It's probably the single best TV set ever. It's either him or Louis Anderson for the first time on the Tonight Show.
Yeah, let's say that then, because if we're counting that as a special, because I mean, Bernie
we're
Mac
not
was so
but
funny.
You can if you want to. It's your show.
I will be saying that. Dan?
I don't watch comedy.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jacob.
There it is. Thank you to Way Cool Jacob for sending in that question. And again, if you want to send in a question for us 2 guys here at YKB, you heard that theme song. There's a bunch of emails, voicemails. I'm sure it'll get to us eventually. So thank you for listening. We did it. This is the first episode of Freaky February in the books. How did it feel, Stefan?
It felt good. I think we did a good job. You know, it helps that YKS, great guys over there, great concept for a show. Very easy to sort of just jump right in, you know?
I agree. A very fun time. If you want to support our show, you can head on over to patreon.com/blockedparty. $5 a month gets you access to 3 bonus episodes every single month, including, speaking of the YKS guys, the thrilling conclusion of BPD&D Season 3 with Mike and JF and Josh Burgle. It's been a blast. The 5th and final episode is coming up this month. We also have some other fun stuff planned for Sweeps Month. We also have all the new $100 Club perks. There's merch discounts, ad-free episodes, access to our Discord. Check that all out. Patreon.com/blockparty. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Blocked Party Pod. You can follow us on Blue Sky at Blocked Party. And if you want to see the video of this episode, it is available on our YouTube, youtube.com/@blockedparty. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back here next week with our second Freaky February episode. It's going to be a good one. Stay tuned for that one. We'll see you back here very soon. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, hey, this is one of your guys' like regular callers for what on YKS, and I just wanted to say you guys are doing an awesome job, and definitely keep up the good work. Keep doing what you're doing, and you guys are awesome. You guys are my number one favorite show. I listen to it every week, and I hit the download. I'm telling people about it at work. I work at a factory that makes coffins for children. So very serious work. So don't have a lot of time to talk about comedy stuff. But no, I'm doing all right. All right, love the show.